Hello. Hi, friends. We're not late. You're late. we had some technical difficulties earlier to start off the day. As always, welcome to Streamer Life, I guess. What's up, chat? How you guys doing, man?
Hello.
Thank you guys so much for being here. All right. So before we get started today, we're gonna take a few minutes. I guess per usual, we're just gonna hang out and talk, sort of warm up a little bit, and then we'll fire off into the show if that sounds good with you guys. Also, Kiwi, what's up, dude? Yeah, Kiwi's not gonna be here.
Yo, Kiwi.
Oh, Kiwi's
Kiwi, can we tell them why you're not going to be here? Are you cool with that?
Yeah, are we allowed to talk about that?
Yeah, is it good now?
Well, her
The
character
government
got
will.
killed off last episode, right?
Oh yeah, we
government
just murdered.
Darkness
Yeah,
has consumed
almost-
Kiwi, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, she said
Oh,
she
she
didn't want
said-
anyone to know about Area 51. right
She
now.
said yeah. So she got beat up and she broke her leg whenever she went to go raid Area 51.
She got beat up. That's a good one. Yeah, she got beat up. That's very true.
Yeah.
So Kiwi, for those of you guys that don't know, she's very fragile, right? She has weak bones. So they just break easily, and just it happens. She picked a fight with the wrong person and she lost. So I think it was a cat, small cat, but it happens.
She fought with the law and the law won.
And the law.
Could have been a raccoon. It was dark.
Yeah, and no one really knows. But either way, she's not here. But she hopefully she'll be back next week.
Yeah.
I don't think the show's the same without her, but we are going to have. This is going to be so much fun. Blessious, I believe, is going to play two characters. He's going to try to RP Mizara and Elwood, and I am so excited for this.
This is gonna
My
be
body is
real
ready.
fun.
This is going to be nuts. So you guys are going to see like the blank camera in Kiwi's place for like this session. She's not away forever. She's just gone for a bit. So
For people
you
who are
gonna-
wondering what actually happened, though, she got her tongue split. That's what actually happened. She,
isn't there a video? Kiwi, did you release
yeah,
a video of it?
she's gonna make a video, I believe. She told people not to eat while watching it, though.
I was about to say, I don't know if I can.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
I
I don't
can't
know.
watch it if she did. There's
I
no
don't know
way.
if I could.
Kiwi,
I-
if you
who
did, put out a
videotaped it
video.
for you?
Put it in chat. Have a double cam of Blessious. Yeah, we probably should.
Yeah, I was about to
Dude,
say,
it'd be
you
so
can-
cool if we could like. Oh, if we
Wait.
could like. Oh man, if we could turn one on,
One
turn
sec,
one on.
guys. 1 sec.
Yeah.
I want to force him into a situation somehow where he has to play both Mazzara and Elwood having a conversation with each other.
Oh, that's awful. Let's do it.
No, don't do that. There's so many times, like, I can't tell you how many players I've had at a table where they try to get the DM to try to have to talk themselves.
It's just like I don't know what I'm supposed to
Yeah.
do.
It's fun.
Wait, what's one?
Oh gosh.
What?
To
Oh, nothing.
have a
They
conversation with
want to
yourself.
torture you. Well, they just torture you.
So, if we go to each of our cameras, is there a way to have me in Mazzara's place?
You
When we
mean
do
on
the
the
individual camera?
on the player cards? Yeah, I can probably make that happen.
Because I got a surprise for you guys.
Also, you seem like a tad quiet, just a smidge. Just a smidge.
Oh,
Hello?
No.
Okay, it's a little bit better. Wait,
Oh no.
Kit, do you know what is the surprise?
I don't, but I'm anticipating what it could be, and I'm very excited for it.
Oh God.
I know
Kiwi
what you
flew
guys are
out
talking
to his house.
Well, anyway, you guys want to talk about how your day or how your week has been since we last saw each other? None of us have like chatted much since last session.
Yeah.
I just want to see his surprise. That's all.
Show me now.
Yeah. Alex and I put in. We decided to start clocking our hours that we prep for D&D, and we each put in 18 hours this week.
That's
so,
crazy, man.
And that's about half of what we normally do because y'all didn't get through everything. Y'all didn't get through everything that we had planned. And so a lot of that is like the backlog of things that we need to like plan for the future and stuff. So that'll get less. But just to put in perspective why we can't do more with the Patreon and why we should talk about that. Why we can't do more with the Patreon and why we can't do more games is because there's a big backlog that we have to take care of.
yeah, we didn't have to make sure the entire universe is fleshed out. We might have a little more time, but we're still making sure everything in our universe is.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Mhm.
Should we talk about the
Yeah.
Patreon real fast though?
Yeah, I was gonna let everyone kind of talk about how they've been doing, and then I'll talk about like some of
Okay.
the new developments for the show.
Sure. Well, I stayed up till 5 in the morning last night because I went to go dye my hair because that makes me happy, and then I messed up my hair and turned it green, and then I had to fix my hair, and this is what the result is. It's kind of darker than I wanted it, but it's okay. And then
Okay.
both of my reptiles are in shed right now, and if anyone knows anything about reptiles, when they go in shed, they get really feisty. So that's also great. And
I've
that's
never had a reptile.
Yeah, I don't.
My wife did.
We have a snake. His name is Prince.
Wait, do you really have a
really?
snake?
What
Yeah, for
kind?
real. Ball python.
I have a female ball python. She's a Mojave. That's the morph that she is, and she's wonderful. And I won her on Instagram.
Really?
You won
Literally
her.
the only thing I've ever won in my life, because I'm super unlucky with those things. And I happened to win a ball python, a living being that's gonna live for the
That's
next
crazy.
25 years.
That
Did they
is-
like verify anything about you, or did they just?
Here's your
Is
snake.
it
Um,
was it a
Snake.
local
well-
a local thing, or did they ship it? Like-
No, the guy was in Florida, and I was looking for a specific morph of ball python. So there's different color paint jobs that you can put on a ball python is the best way to explain it. And
Okay.
I was looking for a specific paint job. He had that paint job. It was about $600, and I was like, I super want this snake. Let me save up. Let me get my tax return, all this stuff, and then I'll be able to get it. And he was like, yeah, absolutely, no problem. And we had been talking back and forth, and he knew that I was like a reliable person. And so then
Okay.
he ended up posting an Instagram giveaway for this snake that had just hatched. And I was like, oh, okay, I just want to promote him, so I'll just repost it one time. There are people who reposted it like 15 times. I did it once.
Nice.
And he picked a random number. He filmed himself picking the random number, and it was me. And then
That's crazy.
he was like, I'm so happy you won it because I know it's going to a good home. Take her. And he shipped him overnight to me, and now I have a ball python. She's
That's cool.
wonderful. She's the most docile ball python. Well, not right now. I couldn't go get her right now. But she's the most. Yes, I won my baby. But she's the most wonderful little ball python that I've ever
The way to
met.
do it.
That's crazy
Heck yeah.
that you won
Mhm.
your pet like in a
Me.
giveaway. I've literally never heard that. That's wild.
I don't know
Like,
if I've
let
really
alone,
won much of
you know.
anything cool.
Yeah, same. And Bless,
Yeah,
I
so
didn't know
I
you
have-
had a snake either, by the way.
I didn't know that
Yeah.
either. You have
There's
3
a lot.
dogs and a snake. Anything else?
Fish.
No, that's about
I
it.
forgot about the alpaca farm.
Yeah, you like thought about that for a second. Like, I'm so confused. Where's the farm at?
Where's the
Wow.
farm? Nope. Just 3 dogs, a snake, and massive stress.
Oh, I
Yep.
hear that. I bet.
I have my
Mono.
snake, my bearded dragon, who's a hypo-trans. If anyone is morphs, I'm kind of a reptile person. I have a dog and a cat who is literally. Oh, he moved, but he was sleeping right there. He moved.
Rad.
Doggy.
Yeah,
Bless,
they're-
how's your week been? What all you been up to?
A lot of work. My wife, she flew out yesterday to Las Vegas. So it is bachelor week, but she gave me like a million things in a to-do list. And so today I just went through and I was doing everything. So yeah,
Sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
to-do lists, honey-do lists.
Were you and
Taking care
Josh
of the-
enjoying MCU earlier, Marvel Ultimate Alliance
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah, Marvel Alliance 3 is a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
It's just a fun game just to smash things and get Marvel Dad.
Get marveled at.
Did you say? Oh, I thought you said Marvel Dad.
Marvel Dad. Daddy?
The manga. Anyway, Kit, what about your week? How's it been?
Been good. Busy, good. Trying to think of if there's anything super crazy. Today was not a nutty stream, but something happened that I didn't expect to happen, and I had to. They wanted me to. The scammers wanted me to tape money to a book and ship it to them,
What?
and I didn't. Normally, I try to make sound effects, and I didn't have anything for that. So I quickly ran upstairs and I grabbed a bunch of rolls of tape, random boxes, and like cardboard and paper, and I had it all in my hands. And then I happened to run by and all my kids and my wife like kind of peeked out because they were doing whatever, and one's like, "What are you doing, Dad?" I'm like, work." then,
Awkward.
then I just ran downstairs. It was probably it was a little interesting situation for me. Never really. Yeah, I
That's
never
awesome.
expected that to be my life, but it's good. I mean,
Isn't that crazy? Like the things that streaming
Yeah.
ends up making you do. Yours in particular, I'm sure.
There's
it's
some
just-
weird moments.
It is wild. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of like, I don't know, going outside the box. You know what I mean? Like, and just sort of like doing the
Mhm.
random stuff, and then you run into situations like that, and it just makes you sit back and think like, how did I end up here? Like, it's so
Right.
crazy.
Yeah.
But cool. All right. Well, I haven't been doing much the past week or so. It's been nonstop work. I know a lot of you guys have been harassing me about streaming again. We will soon. I promise. Soon, TM. But just getting a lot of stuff in order. I spent almost all of today talking with lawyers. So that has been
What?
fun. It's a huge pain, but nothing bad. But like just things that have to get done. And so like today, everything's been running behind. So this has been like the most stressful day of the past 6 months just because of that. Like lawyers are weird to talk to, man. Everything's so serious. Like they can't loosen up a little bit, but no, it's been pretty good. As for updates for the show, we have some pretty cool stuff that we're doing. So first thing is, I know a lot of you guys have been asking for like character sheets and like we want to see, what's in everyone's inventory, what is Candlestick carrying around, and all these different things. So I'm gonna start putting together sort of a compendium, so to speak, for the Monarch's plot of different tools and things that we use for the channel. And the very first thing, I actually threw it together in a couple of hours earlier this week. You can do _translate in chat, I think will take you to the right place. I put together a little translator tool so you guys can better understand the words that I am using from Gookliak, which is goblin. I'll also throw in like some Elvish words in there too, so you guys can play with that if you roleplay for your D&D sessions. Check it out. And I believe we'll probably start pushing out some more tools like that, especially if anyone wants to help with it. And then the other thing is,
yeah, actually, sorry.
what?
I was just gonna say that Max and I have actually know what we think languages would sound like, and so I actually wanted to talk to you because I think it would be really fun, and I think everyone in chat would probably really enjoy because Max and I have like dabbled in creating languages, so I think it would be really cool if we could work with you on programming languages that then they could go in and use.
Okay, so yeah, we can talk about it. And I'll elaborate on this a little bit just for anyone who may be like a programmer in chat who's watching or something. The translation engine that's being used on that website, if you do !translate in chat, I didn't build it. It's from an old, like, it's at least a decade old abandonware that no one's touched in over 10 years. And I decided to bring it back to life. It's not really a translator. Like, you put in words and it creates sentences and phrases that sound like what you would think Goblin sounds like, or like Elvish sounds like, and stuff. Just do the link in chat and go to it and try it. You'll see. So like if you guys want to make, like a dragon, the Dragonborn language or whatever, it's definitely doable, but it's not gonna, like, it won't literally, because it doesn't exist, right? You get what I'm saying, right? I know I'm fumbling over words, but we're gonna have to just get like what it sounds like, and it's pretty hard to do. So we do have anyone in chat who fancies themselves like a fantasy linguist or a programmer, especially if you're both, and you want to help out. This is an open source project. You guys are more than welcome to help out with it. I would love to add some more stuff to this, but I'm telling you right now, creating a language is not easy, even if it's literally fake, like not even coming up word for word. It's very tricky, but
a fake language.
Yeah. But anyways, it was a real quick project that I put together, and I would love to expand on it and build a bunch of stuff for D&D, other D&D shows even, just like, put stuff out there. But yeah, and the only other thing is we finally set up a Patreon. Yay! For everyone who wants to support the show. Yeah, and get all the stuff and the things. So you can do !Patreon in chat if you guys want to check it out. We haven't really, I haven't figured out how we're going to do this yet. But ideally what we want to do with the Patreon is we want to facilitate the show paying for all of the gear that everyone has to get and other crazy, ridiculous stuff. And then ideally, if it works out, we're also going to pay everyone here for taking time off of their channels and time out of their day to do this. So hopefully everyone will get something out of this. If you guys want to support the show, do ! Patreon and chat. Check it out. There's a lot of cool benefits that you can get from it, including some very super secret insight into the DM's minds. And I want to say like 15 or at least I think it's like 10 or 15 hours of behind the scenes content that we've been doing over the past 2 months is accessible through the Patreon, including like MP3s of the shows and stuff like that. So if you're into that stuff, check it out. If you want to support the show and the rest of us, check it out. If not, that's cool too. We all still love you.
I think that one of the things that I'm the most excited about, I have a dem Q&A. Max, are you okay?
Audio just got really weird for a second.
Okay, Max just did something to his computer. But the Q&A that will be happening monthly with Max and I, that's really fun. And then you'll be able to see our Google Docs after the show of what notes we had that we prepared on the show. And you'll be able to see how a dyslexic person like myself prepares their notes so that they do as little dyslexiting as possible during the show.
No, I think that's awesome. And someone mentioned in chat, the Patreon gives a lot considering the prices, and that's PogChamp. I think so too. The Patreon is not designed, I don't know. I know how some people build their stuff, but the Patreon's not designed like explicitly to make money. It's designed for you guys to support the show and get a ton out of it, basically. And hopefully you guys do get some value out of it. And there's like Alex is talking about, like there's a lot of stuff that we want to add. I would love to get to a point where you guys can come in on like true behind the scenes stuff and us just have like a private stream for Patreon supporters or something, so you guys can just see the behind the scenes stuff and shenanigans we get into like live, and then the recorded stuff goes out to folks too. I think that'd be fun. That'd be dope. But we're always open to suggestions and feedback if you guys have any.
I thought you were gonna put on Candlestick's Snapchat. It would just be pictures of like severed.
Yo, that's a really good idea though.
No,
I
you
actually
can't post that stuff.
I do want to do this. I want to make Twitter accounts of the characters, and I guarantee you there's a way you could automate stuff being posted so it like that so that it seems pseudo realistic. You know what I mean? Kind of like how Arcolect works if you pay attention to the Arcolect projects.
We actually did that for Far Verona. Whenever I joined the Far Verona server, typically we would have alternate Twitter accounts that were our character in the Far Verona universe, and we would tweet out things as we were watching the show as our characters as Far Verona. So I was Mouse, which was my last name, and I would tweet, and I was this old lady who was very intelligent and was a teacher and stuff. And so she would tweet out, I actually would tweet out knowledgeable facts about, I would look up facts about the universe and then tweet them out as Mouse. So
I want to do that. Someone in chat said Candlestick
so
Bathwater,
fun.
and now I'm really excited. So gonna get to work on that. No, Alex, that's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, it's so
that
fun.
Could be cool. The only thing is, you don't want to add a lot to everyone's plate because everyone's super busy, right?
Yeah.
So, we'd have to figure out the best way to do that, but it's still really cool. I'm down with it.
Candlestick and bathwater. Just make that at home. Just go in your garbage. Go to your neighbor's garbage can and dump it in a thing of water.
Yeah,
Dude.
fake anyway. Candlesticks never changes bath.
I could totally see a Candlestick Instagram or Twitter account just sifting through dumpsters. I would do that for the memes, bro. I would 100% do it. Just to RP Candlestick. That sounds fun.
Oh boy.
But yeah.
So it's been 20 minutes, I think. Do you guys want to go ahead and get started? Does everyone feel good? How do people feel?
I feel so good.
Yeah, I'm ready to rock when you guys are. I haven't had a chance. I've been all over the place today, so I'm gonna have to warm up a thought but I'm down.
We can keep talking for another 10 minutes or so. If you
I thought
No,
we'd go
I've
into
got
those individual screens.
Wait,
and
what?
then we can. I thought we have that moment before the thing where we have the individual screens.
Oh yeah, where we introduce
You
the
are right.
characters.
Yeah,
That's
you are
right.
right. I'm the one who doesn't know what I'm doing. You're right. I tell you what, Bless. You can go first. There you go, bud.
No,
Introduce
don't
No, it's too late.
no.
You're on screen.
No,
Introduce
no,
yourself.
please.
Talk about your character.
I beg you. Oh,
No.
I'll
hello.
talk for you since you're talking for. I'm just kidding.
I mean, do you really want to go last? Do you have something prepped?
If you could just swing back around me for Mizar, that'd be great.
All right, Kit, go first.
I'm so ready for that.
What?
This is gonna be
Oh,
interesting.
hi. It's good to see you. over there. I see you did something new with your hair. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for stopping by. What am I doing? I call scammers. My name's Kitboga.
You're
Introducing your character.
Yeah, just for
Okay,
people who maybe
great,
haven't seen
perfect.
it before. Oh my god.
Perfect. I play okay, my name's Otis. I'm a wizard. I like puzzles. There's never been a puzzle that I haven't solved to date, and I'm getting a little bit old. Yep. Good to see you. Sorry.
All right, we're
I'm
gonna do
just
Alex
laughing.
and Max.
I'm
next.
laughing too much at something else right now to concentrate on anything else. So.
All right, Alex and Max, what's up, guys? Hello.
Actually, this is perfect. Max, if you want to go ahead and give a recap.
Yeah. So last time, well, do you want to? Well, it's just we don't really have characters to introduce. I don't want to go through and list every single NPC we put in so far. So do you want like a recap from us, or just say
Yes.
like,
I mean,
No, just
yeah, recap it super fast.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. So last time on D&D, the party finished their night at Adam's Inn. They went to go to bed, but sadly were interrupted by an ambush in the night. They woke up, had a couple words with Adam, then went over to Anya, where they were to discuss the, I guess, their rewards.
Yeah, the
Possibly
treasure.
for the treasure, for helping the magistrate Jasir after he was attacked. They had a couple words. There was a crit spit, and OT's got smoked. Luckily, not permud. But after that, during that conversation, she basically said that she was a follower of the Lady Votra, and stated, that her and Candlestick have someone in common. And after that, told them that they needed to go talk to her contact, her friend, that has some information on these attacks. And after that, they went to the bar to go meet her. The guards reserve. They met Amusement, juggled some dwarves, and
not dwarves, a gnome and a
or
goblin.
excuse me, the tots.
Unfortunately, we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
You're supposed to write that out of history. You weren't supposed to mention that.
Yep. And Nissa met Otis in the corner, though, and said, maybe out back, as juggling people doesn't exactly draw attention away from yourselves. And that's where we left off. And they leveled up.
Yeah.
Oh
Alex,
yeah.
have anything you want to add?
Nope, that's perfect.
Cool. Bless, do you want to intro as Mizara or as Elwood first?
Let's do Mazzara.
Okay. I love you. All right, Mizara, go ahead.
Hey, how's it going? So, my name is Mazzara. I am a female half-orc. And let me just say, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this game today. I can't wait. By the way, you can see me every day, twitch.tv/ScreamKiwi. And I can't wait to get my great axe out there. Thank you.
Awesome. And now I'm going to switch straight to your other one. Bless. All right. Next, Blessious.
Oh, hey. How's it going, dudes? Yo, what's up? How's it going? My name is Blessious. I stream every day on twitch.tv/Blessious and the YouTube. And I play Elwood. He's a gnome. His parents of gnome variety. He doesn't know what happened to him. He was raised by very lovable dwarves, but that were slaughtered by orcs. And now he wanders out every night, and if he doesn't have a bottle of booze in his hand, he'll probably cry. So yeah, that's it. So gnome gang.
No, I think it's probably worth mentioning that out of like all the moments we've had on this show so far, I feel like the Elwood crying one was probably like the biggest roller coaster. I don't know, it was for me. That was a big one. Like from complete horror to complete like almost in tears, like true Bible thump. That was a good one.
Oh yeah.
I don't have a player card for myself because I'm terrible at this and I'm not a professional streamer. But I'm Sir Slaw. Hello. I play video games sometimes. Not so much lately. But anyways, I don't have much to add besides Candlestick is a neutral evil goblin death cleric. He's really not that interesting. You probably won't like him, so that's it. You guys want to go ahead and get started?
Are you warmed up?
No, yeah.
Sure.
I mean, it'll take me a minute, but it's fine. I've got to really get in character for him.
How do you do it? Do you put a
How
do you
do I warm up?
his
Well, personally,
look at
so
pictures
I
of,
actually
like,
the trash came by
disgusting
today.
thing?
So the trash came by today, and normally before we start, trash comes by on Thursdays. So I have a chance to like go through all of it, and I literally like it's like head in the sand sort of thing. I push my head like down into it and like hear all the crinkling of all the trash and stuff, and get it on my beard and just inhale the garbage, right?
You were
And that
being
sort of
honest
gets
for a
me in the
minute.
right.
Yeah, I thought you were being honest, and now
You take a big deep breath.
No,
you know,
I do.
And then you hit play on the Cannibal Corpse album.
Yeah. No, yeah. I also am playing Meshuggah as I dump my head into this. Why do you guys think I'm kidding? This is legit. Me and Hazel do it together, my dog. It's like our
Really?
bonding moment. Yeah. Her and
I
Candlestick.
believed part of it, and then I believed part of it
Okay. Well, anyway.
until you said you got it on your beard. At that point, it's like,
you're like, yeah.
Really? That's the point where you were like, nah, this can't be true because he got garbage on his beard.
well,
Okay.
at first you were like, it's garbage day. I really just dig around and
Garbage
look at it.
day?
And then you were like, I put it all over my beard. Oh, okay. He doesn't
Wow.
bathe in garbage. That's too much. Just looking and
I mean,
feeling
anyway.
around the garbage.
You didn't see Slaw at Guardian Con, so
Okay.
All right. Anyways,
That's a
before
joke.
he gives
It was
away
a
all my
joke.
secrets, let's try to get this started before I look like a complete primal savage.
I have to go now.
Yeah. Anyww,
So
okay, so we got a
Yeah.
brief recap super fast. If you guys want to sort of intro us into the scenario that we're in, let's rock.
So we fade in on the scene of Mizara, Elwood, and Candlestick drinking having just left the bar, a little bit more messy than amusement would like, following Otis out of the Guards Reserve to head around back. You are currently, if you want to bring up the city map and put their token where it is, you are currently in the port side, somewhere around there. You're currently in the port side, and as you walk out, the sea breeze of the oceans of Kylos hits you in the face. And what would you like to do? Would you like to follow the little gnome?
Is that what she is, a gnome?
Yeah, she was a gnome.
I
She was a
mean,
gnome with
Has Elwood
dark
seen her
brown.
yet?
What?
Has Elwood seen her yet?
No, you were the only one that saw
It
her.
was me. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
yeah,
a,
it ended with us kind of. We were gonna go, I think, but
yeah, you guys were exiting.
Yes,
last
we were-
time,
I
and
think
that's
we were
when
on
you
our way.
Faded out.
I'm down.
yeah, I mean, that's what we're here for.
Yes, I'm.
So you guys walk around to the back of the Guards Reserve, and you see the small gnome with curly dark brown hair that's pretty short and a bump in her nose. She's sitting there like this, leaning up against the wall of the Guards Reserve, kind of tossing a coin up in the air and catching it. She turns over and looks at you guys, and she says, "All right, follow me." And then she catches the coin one more time and begins walking down an alleyway.
hey, Ortiz,
Yes.
like, is this the lady that we need to be following?
I think so. Also, how many drinks have you had? Just
you
to
know-
double check.
One.
He rolled a Constitution check, just for your reference, Blessious. He rolled a
Okay.
Constitution check last week, but you actually rolled like a 21 or something
that's right.
ridiculous.
Heck
So
yeah. Oh, yeah.
you're pretty fine. But you did hit your 3 drinks and then Constitution check limit.
Do you
You're
know-
committing
do you
to
know
saying
this
one, right? Is that what I heard?
Yeah. Well, one big one.
We should go.
You
Hey,
you hear the gnome say, "Are you coming?"
Mizaro at this
Yeah,
point,
yeah,
she
yeah.
points at the gnome and she says,
Hey, Elwood, that's you.
I love it. I
I
love
mean,
it
it's
so
another.
much.
It's another. You're talking about the gnome?
Man, I don't
The
trust these
dwarf or
little
whatever?
ones.
I'm a
You don't trust the
gnome.
little one?
No.
I'm a gnome.
Wait, how tall is Candlestick again?
He's probably shorter than he is. I don't know. He's
Okay,
like 3
just
feet
to-
tall.
Just to be clear.
He doesn't trust the little ones.
Okay. Let's.
Do you guys
I think
follow
we should
her?
go. Yeah, I mean, have we been around this part of the town before?
No.
Not really.
Not this part.
Do you guys
Yeah.
want to blindly trust her and hope that we're not walking into an ambush or something?
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
Okay.
yes. Yeah.
We should go.
All right.
All right.
Mazara, lead the way.
Okay, if you say so.
So you guys follow her down
I love it.
the back. I know, it's great. You guys follow her
She's so
down this
nice
back
tonight.
alley, and then she kind of turns to the right, and whenever you turn the corner, you see an outhouse actually, kind of tucked onto the side of a building, and she goes over to it, knocks on it, and you're really confused because this is an outhouse, and then she opens the door, kind of looks around for a second, and she's like, "All right, you guys got to be fast," and then you see her push something inside, and then push something inside, and then kick the door frame, and the wood that's the bottom of the outhouse goes, "Tudunk," and a trap door opens with stairs leading downward.
Oh.
And she says, "Come on, come on," and she hurries her way down the stairs.
What is down here?
This is my kind of hideout.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm trying to think
What's that?
how much Otis would be trusting all of this.
Yeah.
But
You know, Anya did say that this was your contact, so there's
Yeah,
this
yeah.
thing that Anya trusts her as well.
and I guess if Candlestick probably very much trusts this situation, right? Because
Okay, so this is what I was gonna say earlier. Normally I don't think I would say this, but I'll say it this one time.
Okay.
Candlestick does not trust strangers ever, but he loves Votra.
Right.
So take that how you will.
Votra is a goddess.
Yeah, his goddess.
Goddess. And the lady that is it Anna or
Anya.
Anya, the lady I spit
Mhm.
at. You two had a connection because she also
Yes.
correct.
To our
Yes.
She
knowledge.
also is a worshiper to our knowledge. Okay.
For everyone who might be a little bit confused in chat, Anya or Votra is the evil goddess of winter and consumption. Just gonna throw that
The
out there.
best
for you.
goddess, obviously.
The best around. All right, yeah. I mean,
One
if
that matters.
everyone else seems good, I think I think Otis wants to please everyone, and he's kind of a follower, so I think he'd be
Yeah.
boldly going in there.
Otizi, you know, my legs, you know, they kind of ache. You mind if I just catch a ride on your shoulder?
I think I would probably be looking at Mazzara for this one.
No, come on. No, I want to
let's be
leave her
honest.
alone. We just had all those drinks. Come on.
You want me to pick you up and put you
Yeah.
on my shoulders?
Please.
I told you not to
I
trust
would
the
be
small
willing to
ones.
try, but I am a lanky old man.
With
But I'm just a little gnome.
negative strength, a negative
No,
strength
he's
modifier, right?
he's Captain God stats. He dumps strength and has a 13 in it, I
Oh
believe,
yeah,
right?
that's right. You wrote
Yeah.
it the same way.
I didn't know
Come
that.
on, my legs, they hurt.
I will bend down, and I will allow you to get on my
Thanks,
my
pal.
back. A piggyback. Only a piggyback. Not on my
All right,
shoulders. Dang it.
all right.
I'll swat
As-
you a couple times.
As this is
Good
going on, you see Nissa come back up the stairs and he's like, "You think that think this is a good entrance to just show to everyone?"
Do we have to be quiet?
No, but you gotta go.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, go.
Huddle along with.
So you guys descend the stairs. It's a pretty tight gap. So Elwood, you have to like duck to like not hit the porta potty part. And surprisingly, normally outhouses smell really bad. This one doesn't smell like it's used very often. So maybe everyone just knows it's a front. Maybe it's just not.
Okay.
You don't know, but you do notice that it doesn't really smell all that bad.
Okay.
You all descend down into these what almost look like sewers, but they're rounded and they're carved out, and there is a river running through, like a moat running through the middle of it. But there are walkways that seem to have been built from wood on the side that the stairs descend down into, and she comes down there, and as you guys walk past her, she shuts back the trap door. She closes the door up to the outhouse and shuts the trap door again, and descends down into the underground tunnels. She gets about 10 feet out, and there's actually no lights down here. There's no lanterns, no anything.
How long
and she
have we been
turns
following her?
Huh?
How
Oh,
long
just
have we
like a
been
couple
following?
of steps, not very long
Okay,
at all.
sorry.
So you can still see the staircase upward.
Okay.
And you can now see that that behind the staircase, there's actually more sewer. Like this is just a random staircase, and like the wood structure that they're walking on, it goes around and continues.
Okay.
And she turns around and she says, "So, my name's Slink. Seems that
Hello?
Anya has Slink.
I think she said stink.
Snake.
Who named someone Stink?
It seems that Anya has picked a very interesting bunch this time.
You're not who we
Great.
were looking for. Why are we here?
Yeah, like, you're definitely not the person.
She like kind of thinks for a second. She's like, Anya probably used my real name. I'm Nissa. Please call me
Oh.
Slink.
Okay. Slink.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Hmm,
Like
fine.
slinking
Got it.
around.
Okay, get down from here. I'm swatting you off, Elwood. Get off my.
God!
There
Plop
was
down.
something stabbing me back there, and I don't understand what it was.
Well,
Probably
it could be in my
short sword.
dagger.
Monka.
Oh,
I-
just to remind, because this might have gotten slipped past. There's still a day and a half that the dagger. Somebody needs to remember that
Oh,
Elwood gets a dagger in a day.
I didn't
Oh.
note that. Thank you. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Thank
I
you.
was scrubbing the VODs, and I was like, ooh, nobody's gonna remember that.
For anyone in chat who doesn't
Elwood
know what we're
might
talking about, there was assassins attacked us in the last episode, and Candlestick got one of the daggers off of him, and he made a deal with Elwood to give it to him after a certain period of time.
For brain matter in some spit, and
Yeah.
actually Max is gonna DM you real fast, Sir Slaw, if you can
Okay.
see those.
I can pull it up on my phone.
Mm.
Yeah,
Secrets don't make friends. I'm just kidding.
it's true.
I'm not here for friends.
So
Whoa.
Monka.
she looks at you guys and says, "So you are the ones that are gonna hunt down this organization that's going rampant. I have
Wait,
some
we're hunting
information
down-
for you. I can tell you quite a bit, but it's gonna be. We can't stay here long. People come and go all the time, and if they figured out that I brought outsiders in, ooh, okay. So here's the deal. Word on the street is that there's been an organization that has been behind the attacks, including the one on Jasir, as well as the little commotion that happened at the tower yesterday, which I'm gonna assume was you guys or someone else maybe. I would assume that they would get pissed that you stopped their kidnapping. And she looks at your faces to like see if there's a reaction or a response. Does anyone say anything?
Yeah, I just want to drink. Do you have a drink, lady?
I don't think we're drinking right now. I think
She
You
like
can drink
literally
that.
Points into the
she
sewer.
literally stares at you, and she says in Gnomish, which in Gnomish kind of sounds fluid and elegant, almost like Elvish, but a little bit different. Almost like the same connection as Spanish and Italian. That's kind of how it's similar, but not exactly the same. She basically uses the term that you would use for someone who gives gnomes a bad name. So she calls you that name, and then she says, "I don't have a drink."
You know, lady, you didn't have to be like that. You know, what? Bizarra, can I get a piggyback ride?
Then she says, their hub, their center, where they culminate, is somewhere inside the city walls. Where, I'm not sure, and nobody's really too sure, but it's already too late to just close the gates. And even if we did close the gates, I'm pretty sure they can get into these tunnels somehow. So that's not very helpful. The contact, that's right. Anya asked me to see if I could dig up anyone who was like 100% certain to be in this this organization. So there's this kid. His name is Oswald Aldos.
Oswald what?
Aldos. Aldos.
I'll type his name in chat.
Yeah, perfect.
Oswald Aldos.
He's about 20, short, greasy hair, chip on his shoulder, that kind of guy. He's lived in Zalgas his whole life, but somehow he managed to get wrapped up in this stupid mess of an organization.
Right.
So you're probably going to want to find him. I don't know where he is. I don't know what he does. I just know that he was dumb enough to get caught. But I want to warn you. And she like gets real serious for a second, and you see like her eyebrows furrow, and she's like, there are eyes everywhere. You don't know who's where, and you don't know who's listening. Don't know how they listen, but they listen. So be careful when talking to this kid. You never know.
Are they listening now, or?
I don't think so. And she like looks at the walls for a second. Normally there's like a glyph. I don't know. It's all magic stuff. Then she takes out a dagger and twirls it and puts it back in. And she says, I'm not very much a magic person.
Oh, wow. Do that again.
She like looks at you for a second and then like takes out the dagger and then like tosses it in the air and it like, and then she catches it, but she catches it point side, but she doesn't cut herself. And then she sticks it back in.
Wow.
Sticks it back in.
Bizarre, did you see that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Can you
She,
do
like-
that, Madara? Huh? With your axe?
Well, you know, it's a heavy axe, but I think I can do it.
Save it for another time.
And she looks at Elwood and his awed her and like kind of gives him a little smile. Like maybe he just redeemed himself.
Oh.
How do you do?
And then she says, anyways, he's the only person that we know that's in on this. He's the dumb one. But you're gonna have to. I can't watch his movements. I don't know where he goes. Sometimes he'll walk out of the city and then never walk back in. I watch the walls for hours and I won't see him come back. So you're gonna have to ask around town, see where.
So, do you think he has an underground bathroom like this that he walks into?
She like looks at you for a second and like, this isn't.
I mean, secret hideout or whatever this is. Sewers.
Yeah, they do. They have it. It's somewhere in the city, somewhere in the walls. But that's as far as I've gotten it. I don't know much else.
So far, you know this one guy is a member of it.
Yeah, Oswald.
And how do we know? How do you know this?
because he likes to brag. And she like she like has that look on her face of like he's an idiot. And she's like,
Okay.
she likes to brag. And
Okay.
everyone has ears everywhere, including us.
All right. I would be looking at first, not understanding what she's saying. I would probably be looking to see if she has more than 2 ears. And like, looking around. So, where did you say he normally is this time of day, or what's his routine?
Honestly,
Before he leaves, where does he go?
honestly, I don't know. I can't figure it out. I mean, and she like thinks about it for a second. She's like, you can ask around town. You can, I don't know, say you're a relative or something. You look human enough. He's a human. Say you're a
Oh.
relative and that you're looking for him, and then see if you
Right.
can figure out where he is. But remember, eyes everywhere.
Eyes.
Be careful.
Lice is everywhere?
No, eyes, like eyeballs.
Oh.
You know, like what a candlestick likes.
If
Oh,
we find lice, I need it. Get it for me.
What?
I need lice. And fleas.
Ugh.
She's like,
Okay,
"You
so
guys,
do
the
you
last
know-
thing I know is that Torga's jewelry shipment, or not Torga's, Ava's jewelry shipment. She was gonna get some jewelry and it went missing. And old lady Cat Stank. I mean, her name is Barlink, but we call her Cat Stank. She went missing too, in the middle of the night. Her door was unlocked and she went missing. Those are the two things that can't explain and don't really know what else happened to them.
Well, what does she have to do with the guys with the eyeballs and the runes in the back of their neck? What are those, by the way? You know what
She
those
like
are?
looks at you for a second, like runes? What?
Am I not supposed to know that? Or she just doesn't know that? Sorry,
She just
fine.
doesn't know what you're talking about.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't. Okay, sorry. Yeah, you know the what do you call them? The crazy assassin things that try to kill everyone in the night. They have these like little stones in the back of their neck.
Yeah.
Just to
and,
let you
like, they
know,
glow
the Nothics that you fought at the very first episode are different than the thing that you fought in your room. Those are two different monsters.
Okay, but they both had the thing in the back of their neck, or no?
Yes. All three of them
Except-
had the thing in the back, and then the human
Except
did
the
not,
one.
Yeah.
with the Ocelot dagger. She's
Right.
like, I don't know anything about runes, but I can try to find out.
Okay, that would be helpful.
She like thinks about it for a second. Give me a quad. Meet me back at the guards reserve. Then, and I'll see
All
if I
right.
can find something.
All right.
For people first tuning in, there are 4-day weeks here, so instead of weeks, they're called quads.
Did y'all hear that? I don't know. He's faced away from the mic, so I just
Yes,
wondered.
or I heard it. I think I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Quad is a week, is what he said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or 4 days.
Uh,
But yeah.
Yeah, it's their version of a week.
And we meet you here.
at the
in the
guards reserve where you met me last time. Give me a quad.
Guards
Meet me
reserve.
midday. And
Midday,
I'll see.
Guards Reserve.
Yeah.
Got it.
See if I can find something.
That means more booze.
Yeah, it absolutely means more booze for you. It's like, well,
Okay, and
I-
if for some reason we run into trouble, we come back here, or what?
what trouble?
We don't. The thing is, we don't have an underground fortress like you do.
But you do have a pretty little lady sitting in town hall who can help you out.
Okay. Who?
You?
I know who it is, but Otis.
Right. Otis forgets
You like-
everything.
He like looks at you for a second. I was like, the Anya. Okay. Okay. All right. That's all the information that I
Oh.
have.
Yes. Did
The one that you
have
spit
you
on.
talk to her? Yeah. Did she tell you about the spit, or?
What?
Yeah,
Spit?
no,
Okay. All right. Nice talking to you. Nice talking to you.
And then
Before-
she sighs, and then before what did you want to say, Blessious?
Oh no, go ahead.
She walks past you guys and back up the staircase and undoes the latch one more time and ushers you guys back out.
Going up the stairs once we pass Stink, could Elwood say, "Hey, before we go, I liked your trick, but look at what I can do." And could I use maybe like a acrobatics check or something to try to do a cool move?
Yeah, go ahead. So
Alright.
first roll and then tell me what it looks like.
You got it. Ba-da-dun-dun. Oh,
So that's average. So what is an average? What is?
so what Elwood does is he shanks out his dagger, and what he does is he passes it from hand to hand. He's like, hip, hip, and he throws it up in the air, and then he just catches it. He's like, yeah, I learned that one from Colonel Smiggins.
Wow.
And she like, all right.
Hey, did
And
you
then,
like it?
Yes.
We need to go,
Thanks.
dwarf.
Sometimes you can just say that's nice. Oh,
She
whatever.
whenever you say, "Did you like it?" She like gives you a small smile and then heads back up heads back up.
Elwood
I-
smitten.
We'll probably follow her out, I assume.
Yeah. So you guys follow back out, and once again you're in this empty alleyway.
Can I, really quick? When
Mhm.
we were down there, did it seem like there was more we could look at, or was it a dead end kind of a thing?
Your dark vision did not extend far enough to see where these tunnels stopped.
But whenever we stopped to talk to her, we could see that there was more beyond her.
Yes.
Okay.
She's
Alright.
ushering you out.
Hmm.
I will since you guys are new to D&D, you would not know that this is an option for you because it typically isn't in video games. So I'm just going to present this option to you. If you roll an intelligence check and you roll high enough, higher than my DC, I would allow you to be able to memorize what she did to the outhouse to be able to open it on your own.
Oh yeah.
That is
right.
100% an option of things that you can do in D&D. Like if you see someone with a key ring and they use the keys, you can make an intelligence check or some kind of check to see which key is the one that they used. That's totally an option.
Okay.
So
Can
if
I
you
do-
wanted
oh,
to
let's
do
see.
that, you could
That-
totally do that.
That was a
Bless just-
saving throw, Bless.
Yeah, that's a
Same
saving throw.
bonus though. So
Does it count?
Does it count?
It's the same bonus.
yeah, because he's
Ah.
not proficient with it.
I
so.
would count it. What would you say?
You
yeah,
rat.
I'd say
If you would have failed that, like, I would have been so pissed.
All right,
Sure.
so
Like,
Blessious, mark down somewhere that you know how to get into the underground tunnels behind the guards' reserve.
Hmm.
So now, and we, I don't think. And now, would you say that somebody would be able to see you analyzing that? Like, would Otis be able to know that you know that, or would you want to keep that secret from the
Oh,
party?
he's gnome cunning. He's just there, just like,
Okay.
all right, mental note.
So how she did it is she put one foot right next to where the like hole is and like pushed down on something. There's a button on the wall. She pushed that, and then after she pushed down on this lever, she kicked the door frame at the bottom, and it seemed that a little piece of it like indented, and that dropped it down.
Hope
So
you're
that
writing that
I
down.
will tell you that again,
Oh,
but that is what you observed.
What if I told you I wrote everything down?
yeah.
Then I would
Nice.
say you're a beautiful D&D player. So
I'm glad you wrote it down.
Rad.
so Nissa like looks around and there's no one in this alleyway. It seems to be a very untraveled alleyway. There's just a stray dog that is sniffing at some scraps. He's like a brownish color. He's cute. And
Aw.
she puts her foot and pushes down on that lever once again next to the toilet, and the trapdoor comes back up, and she closes the door. She says, "I'll see you in a quad," and then turns around and starts whistling and walking away.
Oh wow, she was really nice.
Poodles.
Filthy
Should I-
dwarves.
So now you guys are free to do what you would like. If you want to, we haven't really given you an option to go shopping yet, because y'all got gold in the 2-shot. So if you wanted to go shopping, that's totally an option. If you want to go ask around for questions about Oswald, if you want to go try to investigate the Holy Ring, whatever you guys wanted to do. This is part of D&D that's so fun is the open world aspect of it, and we are now allowing you to do the open world.
Show us your character motivations.
Yeah, and also if you wanted to like split the party, like maybe the 2 charismatic people go ask questions around town, and then the 2 people go to the shopping episode. You know, whatever you guys wanted to do, we're totally open.
So,
I know it's.
yeah. Do you think that that might be a cult with the runes?
I almost just started doing my Nevea voice.
See, it's infectious, dude. It's spread.
Like what?
I don't really know. What did you say? Sorry, about a cult?
Yeah, like I don't know. I think that it just might be a cult with the runes.
Oh, that's right.
Are you
I don't
talking
know.
about the glyphs that she talked about?
Yes.
I think so. It seemed like it could be. We know it's magic, though, right? Well, it doesn't mean it's not a cult.
You would know that there are certain spells that you could like put a glyph on a wall or do something to a wall and you could hear through that, or you could put something on the wall and you can speak through that. Those are both. That's things, or
Okay.
see-through objects. That is things. There are spells for that.
Right.
Random question.
Mas-
Sorry.
Yeah.
Just to try to connect dots. So, what is Azulat the god of?
Azulat is the goddess of fire and pandemonium, and she's the one that's so insane and just off the wall nuts that that the other gods don't mess with her. And anytime she does something crazy, everyone's just like and just cleans up the mess. She is also Votra's sister. Like, they are very much in that sisterly aspect, and they hate each other with a burning passion because Votra is winter and consuming things, taking every single soul and essence and molecule out of a thing and using it. And Azulat is just pandemonium, making it all burn, just destroy it. And so they are very much opposites and enemies.
So, is there any like? I'm trying to think if there was maybe like a roll I could make to try and look for some sort of correlation to my knowledge of Azulat and these runes, or the gemstones with the runes on them.
Yeah, absolutely. That would just be a religion check.
Okay. If I do not roll high on this, this is like Candlestick's MO.
Yeah, you better, dude.
All right.
Or you're not a part of the we anymore.
Yeah. Let's go, baby. That has to be good enough.
Ooh.
You are certain that this actually does not have anything to do with. So you're talking about the runes on the gemstones?
On
that
the
have been
green
coming out of their
gemstones
skull?
that came out of the back of their skulls, yeah.
You are positive that there is no point in history that this symbol has come up with Azulat or Votra.
Okay.
And I will say you succeeded on that check, so you are certain.
All right.
Yeah.
We should find Oliver.
I think I know where the guy's at.
He's not at a bar.
You do?
What? I didn't catch that.
I cut off Elwood because I'm rude. He said, "I think I know where he is," and I said, "He's not at a bar."
Yeah, that's funny.
Nice.
By the way, Bless, go ahead and take mark inspiration on both Elwood and Mazzara for your wonderful impersonations. And talking to yourself.
Yeah, it's
What does a
amazing.
man have to do to get inspiration around here?
By inspiration, like you want me to do that?
Did I not give you inspiration for the Ocelot dagger? Didn't we give you inspiration whenever you?
I thought Candlestick still had it.
It's not marked.
Oh, you were supposed to take inspiration for whenever you and Elwood had that Ocelot dagger thing.
Monka,
and
yes.
He bribed you.
Okay,
Yeah, you were supposed to get inspiration for that.
cool.
I can't
Okay.
remember if we didn't say it or if I forgot to tell
probably-
you after.
I might have forgot.
yes.
It's very likely.
We
Okay,
liked-
cool.
So what would you guys like to do?
Well, it's really important that we head to the candle shop because I need a few things there, and yeah, I think that's Guys, come on, who wants to go to candle shop?
That's a good idea.
Candlestick.
We should find.
Yeah.
We should
Oh,
find
boy.
the candles.
Oh, why would we go to candles?
The
Come on.
candles store was in Willisburg, right?
Yes, the
Yeah,
candle store.
There's not one in the city?
there's not one in this city. Not specifically candles.
Where does one go to buy
Um,
candles in
sucks to be
Zalgus?
You guys still need to send that town, the candle shop in Willisburg, your guys' new somewhere to ship the candles you had custom made.
Like to
Right.
the tower or whatever.
Oh.
We
So
can
there's
just we
not-
can just yeah, there's not a candle store. There's like a general store. There's a couple of
Well, we
Bars.
already
This
have a
city
candle
sucks.
made.
Where do the kids hang out? Just kidding. Where do we know? Do we know where any of the kids, the children? I guess she said he was 20. What does a 20-year-old do? I don't know. What do you do, Elwood? How old are you?
Hey, well, 469.
Okay, right. You drink. I forgot about that.
sorry, real fast. Candlestick would have remembered because you did ask about this, and somebody did tell you that a graveyard does exist in this land. There is a graveyard with a mortician in it. I'm just saying that's totally a thing in this land,
Oh
in
boy.
this city, that would interest Candlestick. That may or may not
Oh,
have
yeah,
been specifically
100%.
put in for Candlestick.
What time is it during
However,
the day
just-
right now?
Like 1:32 midday.
Okay.
Remember that you did get jailed originally for
Stealing
basically
body parts.
grave robbing. Although you weren't really robbing valuables. I guess they're valuable to you, but people parts. Yeah.
Will never happen again.
We should find Oliver.
Yeah, I agree. But you mind if I just stop at the store real quick? I just want to get something to I'm thirsty. I just want some water.
I mean, stores typically close at like 8 o'clock ish. So you do have a large portion of the day still left. So it'd be very easy to, maybe track down Oliver and then go to the store. Maybe he is at his home, It's very easy for you to manipulate that if you would like. You have an endless amount of possibilities.
I did miss where if she told us where he lives, or I know at one point she was saying I was asking gosh, what did I ask?
I think I
am
said
Ortiz now.
Oliver. I meant Oswald.
No,
Yes,
I'm
because
saying Oliver.
Candlestick.
What Candlestick is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's why
forget-
my brain is dyslexiting.
It's
Thank you.
working.
Okay.
I'm just trying to remember what the big lead was, because I remember saying do we know where every day she was saying that he leaves the city and then comes back,
Yeah,
and I was trying to
one of-
gather well, where is it that she sees him leaving? I don't know if I caught that.
So
if she told
basically, for your notes, the things that she said is that the center of where they culminate and their hub essentially is in the city walls. Oswald. Sorry, our cat. Oswald is the guy that you're looking for, and he has short, black, greasy hair, and
Okay.
he's lived here his entire life, and that she sees him leaving, but she never sees him coming back.
Yeah.
And then that Ava's jewelry shipment got stolen, and that an old lady went missing. And she told you that probably the best thing to do would be to ask around town and see if you could fake that you're like I almost said Oliver again. Oswald's that you're like Oswald's uncle and you're here to see him, or like try to swindle some people into it, because like people know her. You can assume that since she knows how to get into the underground, that people would know her face, people would know that she's a criminal. It's already established, so they might not tell her things that they would tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is a beautiful time, just putting ideas out there, like this guy Self. He's 20, has short, black, greasy hair. Turn yourself into a different human, short, black, greasy hair.
Yeah.
I'm his dad.
Yeah. I
Maybe
do
not
have
his-
this guy self-prepped, so
Maybe not his dad, because his parents live in this city.
that's true.
So
Uncle,
born and
great-uncle.
raised, so like uncle or grandfather or.
Oh, grandfather. Oh, I can do that. I can...
So what would you guys like to do? As I destroy my desk.
I know who could find Oliver.
Who?
Dongbird.
Oh, what do you think Dong is? I mean, he also murders people. We're pretty sure he murders people, right?
I mean, he could be at that bar that he
No,
took us to.
he's not at the bar.
You guys would remember, like, as your characters, you guys would remember that as you were coming into town on the,
Yeah.
if you want to look on the northern main road, as you guys were coming into town, along that road, there was like an old house that seemed to have many Kenku around there. That he was talking outside of that, and that you would assume would be the Kenku's flock area.
Let's go to there.
The
Let's
birds
go there.
listen to everything.
I
But
really
they're
hope
not
that we
quite
don't like
birds.
scare him off this time.
Yeah. So you guys want to go? You guys want to go to the roost?
The roost.
That's what it's
Ooh.
called.
Yeah, we do.
All right. So you guys make your way over to the roost. It takes like 30 minutes to get there because like it's far. But if I can bring it up in my notes, it's a sort of almost dilapidated, like it's getting there, dilapidated house, with like the siding kind of falling off and black feathers all around, and sitting out on the porch is a Kenku, and he's like perched up on the porch, and instead of being all black though, you see him basking in the sun for a little bit, and he has like white feathers, mostly like salt and pepper, but mostly white feathers. And he's like sitting there outside of the, just like soaking in the midday sun.
You said he's like perched up?
Yeah, he's like perched up, like you know how porches have like the railing? He's like perched up on the railing like it's a bird. I don't know if anyone's ever had birds, but they need to grab onto things that are like circular. He's perched up on there and it's just like sunbathing.
Okay.
Bird! Bird! Bird!
He like
Hey,
continues,
you might have feelings.
He continues sunbathing and then opens one eye. He says,
Bird!
yes.
Come here. Come! 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 Come!
And then in another
He
voice,
doesn't even know you.
and then he says, come. And then he says, rude. And then he closes the eye again.
We have to give him some food or something. Birds like food.
Very true. I like food.
He opens up his
Berries.
eyes once more, hearing you guys mumbling to yourself. He says, food?
We have
Yes.
food! Bird, come!
Lots of food.
Booze?
Tons of bird food. Hey,
He
actually,
like
just for
looks at you guys again, and then like looks very specifically at Mizara and Candlestick, and then like leans back again, and then he says, his name is Dong, correct?
How did you
Monka.
know?
He like looks at me, Zara, says, afraid.
Oh,
At this point, Mazara gets out some bread and she tosses it at the bird.
He,
Here,
like-
tell me more. Here's some bread.
He like jumps down and catches it in his mouth. And then he like stretches for a second and you hear a couple of like bones like and you can see now that his feathers are mostly gray and silvers and whites. And he walks over to you guys and says, Dong.
Dong!
dong.
And he like,
Dong?
what do you seek?
Dong?
I'm gonna nudge Candlestick, and then try to take it back. but I'm still nudging him anyway.
Information. We're looking for someone.
Be nice. Be nice.
He like looks at Candlestick and goes, information. And he like nods, and then a young female child's voice comes out and says, is it safe?
Oh, it's so creepy.
It is. It's really weird.
Come.
Oh,
We
okay,
talk.
I'm
We
gonna
talk.
Shuffle
Right here.
behind Mazara at this point. It's just gonna-
I have bread.
He like thinks about it for a second. Okay, you're all helping, so someone of the three of you guys needs to roll a persuasion check with advantage. That's how we're gonna decide this.
Ooh, hog champ.
So
Um,
whichever one of you has whoever wants to
think I
do
have
it.
a decently high persuasion as
Yeah,
a
mine's a
charismatic
0.
character.
Don't
Probably
forget
either
to
gonna
toggle
be
advantage for
Elwood
whoever-
or
Jesus Christ,
okay.
Blessious, you.
I
If
guess
you
he
miss
got
one
it.
of these, I will kill you.
Jeez, dude.
He just goes in.
he says
Leroy.
and now you guys realize that the old man's voice that he's talking in, it's actually the old man's voice that Dong was
Oh.
talking. It's the same man. He says, fine, but don't hurt the birds. And then he turns around and kind of does this and then goes up to the house and opens the door.
Hurt the birds. So, for my own
He said-
understanding,
He said,
Would
don't hurt
we-
the birds.
okay,
I would
Um,
never.
would we know as people who live in this land, is it offensive to call them birds? Because they're called kenku, correct? Is it like Is it like a slang or like a bad thing to call them a bird? Do they take offense to that? Because we all call them birds, but I don't know if we mean offense by it.
The Kenku in general they're not intimidating, right? So they don't.
Yeah.
No one really like. They don't. They know that they don't command a lot of respect, because they used to be basically they were like flighted, and could talk normally, but they ended up cursed, and
Okay.
so now they can't fly, and they can only talk by mimicking sounds that they have heard before.
And that's common
Right.
knowledge in the world, is that the Kenku were cursed.
Would we know a way, partially for RP and persuasion and stuff later, if we wanted to kind of butter it on real thick or whatever, you lather it on, butter it on. If we wanted to make it
Grease it
seem
up.
like we really like them and they're really great, like what? I didn't think of how to ask this or give an example.
What term would you use that is appropriate and polite? That kind
Yeah,
of
like like as you'd say to a judge, your not your majesty, your honor.
Yeah, your honor. Probably calling them a Kenku, just saying the word
Okay.
Kenku instead of saying bird or humanoid or monster or something like that.
Yeah.
Just saying the word Kenku, just calling them what they are would be the most polite thing.
Okay. And that's something that we would probably know.
Mhm. Oh yeah, those are things that you're more than welcome to ask at any situation.
Okay.
So do you guys enter the house with him?
Behind Mazara, I would.
I go last.
Elwood would be on Mazara's shoulders, just be like, bread!
I want to see if Kiwi says she shoves you off. You better be truthful.
I was gonna say,
You all enter into the house, and you now see that this house, it's not very large, but it's medium size, and the walls have really cute, like dark brown and reds wallpaper. I forgot the word wallpaper. Sorry. Dark brown and red wallpaper, but it's long since faded. There are no other Kenku. Well, there's him, and then all of the other Kenku are seemingly gone or out. And the white Kenku, who you guys still don't know his name, comes inside, and there's a bunch of furniture, but it's mostly dusty, and there's like on the top edge of the couch, there's like holes where talons have perched themselves on the top of the couch. And there are actually a couple of like man-made posts, and it's a post with a dowel rod on top so that the birds can perch. And he walks in, and he walks over to the couch, and he like motions, and then he says, "Sit, please."
So
How much room
Mazzara,
would there be? Oh, go
What?
ahead.
so
ahead.
Mazzara would go over there with Elwood on her shoulder, and she would say to Elwood,
Here's some bread, but share it.
He like takes the bread and says, he like bows, and then he says, "His name is," and then he makes the noise of a twig snapping, like whenever you walk in the forest, a twig
Wow.
snapping. He is the leader.
Hello, and I go
And then
to
he
make
like does this little
wing
motion.
flapping. I make some wing flappings, and I kind of half curtsy. If you imagine, me kind of curtsying and flapping, and I say,
Mhm.
"Hello, Master Kenku," and I
Um,
maintain eye contact, and then I get back up.
He does that thing that Kenkus do, or birds do, whenever they're happy, that he opens his mouth a little bit.
Oh, I made a friend.
Okay. So the couch can fit 2 people, and while you guys are sitting and deciding the seating arrangements, you hear him you see him lift up his mouth, and then he goes dong, like the noise once again, but not as loud as Dong does it, just quietly.
Okay.
And you hear a door open from upstairs, and he says, "Guests are here."
You hear, whenever Dong was describing the holy ring, halfway through his list of the gods, you heard basically what was an old man snoring. You hear the same sound, like you see the door creak open a little bit as it, and coming from within is like a.
Oh, okay.
Dong. And he does it a little bit louder.
You hear in response, like, Dong! And then you see a disheveled Dong come out of the room and stumble down the stairs with the, like, sort of like, as he's still waking up. You see him, like, rub his eyes.
What time is it?
Yes? It's like 1:45.
Yeah, 2:30, 2:30, somewhere around there. There's like the couch is right here, and there's a staircase that kind of leads to a hallway upstairs, and there's 2 doors, and Dong has come out of one of them. And what does Dong do whenever he sees the people who threatened him
Yeah, as soon as he
sitting
gets
in
to
his
the
living room?
bottom of his
Yeah.
stairs and he rubs sort of the sleep out of his eyes, he looks up, realizes what the group is, looks over at Twigsnap.
And Twigsnap, at that moment, Twigsnap says, "Don't worry, it's safe, darling," in like a motherly voice.
You hear in Candlestick's voice, "Dibs on their fingers."
"Oh, what the heck?"
And then
And then in the old man's voice, once again, you hear Twigsnap say, "Don't hurt the birds."
Fine.
Oh, of course.
You
of
got
course.
it. All right.
Promise.
Can
swear.
I have one feather?
He like looks at you for a moment
They're everywhere. They're all over the floor, right?
and then looks at the floor where there are just several black feathers just strewn about where they preen themselves.
No. I need one of yours. Off of you. Fresh.
He
That's
like
really
comes
weird.
up to you and
What
he
is
stares
wrong
you.
with
He like walks up to where you are, and you guys are almost the same height. He's a little bit taller, but he's old man, so he's kind of slouching. And he comes up to you and he looks you straight in the face and he says, "Promise."
Fine.
The
Fine.
birds are-
Fine.
Promise.
No hurt. No hurt. Any of the birds.
He then opens up his wing, and you see these beautiful flight feathers that no longer work. He plucks one
Oh.
out and hands it to you. So you now have like a 6-inch long white kenku feather.
Wow.
Candlestick. I take it
and
and just sort
then-
of like put it not in the pack, but like kind of tie it onto the leather and have it hang down there for a second next to
He,
his
like,
pack so you can see it.
Twigsnap like looks at that for a second and like is kind of pleased, and then he looks back at Dong and says, "See, it's safe," in the mother voice again.
You hear whenever you asked him about the graveyard during the city tour, he gave you the response of no questions. But you don't hear the no. You just see Dong look at, like, sort of gaze shifting between the party and Twigsnap. Questions.
The opposite.
Twigsnap looks at him and like tries to think for a second, and then in a voice that you guys don't recognize, it sounds almost like monstrous. Like it sounds like something that would come out of a hobgoblin or a bugbear or an owlbear. He says, "I promise I will not hurt you."
Oh.
You hear the I need a drink.
Drinks.
Not quite, Thor. Not now.
Oh.
I think we're busy. Yeah, and unless he has the Kenku have a special tea, perhaps? Tea or
You guys have black talon?
So Dong actually has now come down the stairs and is standing. During this conversation, Dong has come down the stairs and he is now standing next to Twigsnap. And Twigsnap goes, in Otiz's voice, goes, "Tea, that would be nice." And then walks over to another door and then exits through that door.
As
Alright.
he leaves, Dong says to you in Otiz's voice, but jumbled inflection, "What are your questions?"
Oliver.
Why are we here again?
We look for Oliver.
Yeah, we do need to find that guy.
I don't
his-
think his name was Oliver.
It
He's
was
close enough.
Oswald.
I know. Just
As long as you guys know.
Thank you.
I just want to make sure
Thank you.
Kitboga knows.
Wasn't it like
Yeah.
Oliver Cobblepot?
Oliver, yes.
Oliver. It's something like Oliver. He has black hair. He's a kid. I don't know.
So
We're looking for him.
20, so you have to think in like medieval times. Kid is like 14 and younger,
Oh,
and then
right.
like adult, and then like young adult teen is kind of 14 to like 18, and then you become an adult and then you start working, and you really start working whenever you're 14, but you start contributing to the family whenever you're like 18. So he
Yeah.
wouldn't necessarily be a kid, he would be an adult. But she did
That's
say
true.
the black greasy hair and acts like he has a chip on his shoulder. Those were the two indicators that you got.
He has
Oswald
food on his
Aldo.
shoulder. I'm just kidding.
You see the tiny bird stroke like the bottom of his beak awkwardly because there's no chin. First, in the old man voice that he normally appears with, and he sort of like holds his hand out.
Give him some bread, Mazara.
Oh, yeah, here.
Silver pieces.
Oh, you don't want bread? Oh,
What is it with you and the silver pieces?
Silver pieces.
Could we get a drink after, maybe?
We want the information.
That would
Can't.
do.
All right, I'll give him a
Look at this. It's cheaper than silver. Come on.
I will
Cheaper than
reach.
silver. Come on.
I'll reach it. Oh, did he accept the drink later?
He's saying like he is basically by doing that agreeing like he wants to go get drinks.
Oh, okay. So, do you need the silver, or is Elwood buying you a drink later?
I think Elwood's buying him a drink.
I think
Drinks it
Elwood's
is.
buying him a drink.
Okay. So yeah, we're looking for Oliver.
Oliver.
Oh, something with an O. He's a young man.
Black hair, super greasy.
Yeah, apparently he leaves the city quite often, maybe even every day, and never comes. You probably wouldn't see him come back, but you might see him leaving.
He responds back in Otiz's voice. See him leaving. And no idea where he goes.
When does he leave?
Dusk.
Every day?
Perhaps
From where?
in town.
Where do you see him?
Towards. What was that?
Where do you see him?
Towards the farms.
Farms.
Wonder
Is
if
he
they
a
have any
farmer?
carrots.
Let me check his notes.
Wait, what?
Notes. I don't.
Yes, Gary. It's okay.
Actually, he has a record for the biggest carrot ever.
He is a carrot farmer, as it turns out.
Son of a farmer.
Oh, interesting. And what is his parents' name or anything? Do you know any of this?
Parents don't farm anymore.
Huh.
Oh, they were murdered.
No,
Did you murder them?
the ducks.
What?
What?
What did you? Docks?
Work. Duck work.
Oh, they work at the docks. Okay. Interesting.
Farming home loss.
Farming
No
home loss.
silver pieces.
No silver piece. Okay, Dong. Now, what do you know anything about this boy? Where does he work? Does he work? Man, sorry.
I see him leave. He is no relative of mine. Maybe a drink will jog my memory.
Me too, pal.
At this point, you see the door open once again, and Twigsnap comes out with 6 cups of or 7 cups of 6 cups of tea, and then he hears that, and then he looks at Dong and then looks at you guys, and then you hear drink.
Drink?
Drink.
Yes, we promised
Drink.
Dong here we'd be giving him a drink later. Well, Elwood will be.
Yep.
And then right about at that time, you see the front door open, and Twigsnap says, For the others then. And 5 Kenku walk in. They're all tall, a little bit taller than Dong, but not as old and as white as Twigsnap. And they're all wearing actually robes of Saloset, and a couple are carrying books. And they all come in and see the guest and see Dawn and see Twigsnap, and then Twigsnap gives a little ah, and then you see them just kind of ease their tensions, ease for a second, and then in Otiz's voice, Twigsnap says, "Drinks for you," and then the Kenku are like and then they toss their book over on a table that's right next to the thing, and take off their holy symbols of Saloset and come over and enjoy the sip on the tea. Take the tea drinks, and unless anybody says anything, the five Kenku and Twigsnap that have just come in are going to enjoy the tea while you guys go to the bar.
Where did they set down those holy symbols?
There's a little end table right next to the entrance, and there's 3 books and then 4 holy symbols.
What do they look like?
Do you remember what the holy symbol of Saloset was?
Yes, I believe it was the it is.
Oh, yeah, it's a circle.
Yeah, it is a what would be a complete circle, but with this portion of the circle out extended from the rest.
So it's almost like the actual copper is almost like a triangle-ish shape, and then there's the circle with the extended piece at the end.
Do the Kenku seem distracted at all?
I mean, they are drinking tea and going in. Slowly, they're getting their tea and going into the kitchen. And then, if you wait a moment, they all enter into the kitchen. And then Twigsnap looks at you and says, in that gravelly voice once again, he says, "Enjoy your time." And then goes back into the kitchen, and the door seemingly closes.
Is it assumed that we're going to get drinks with Dong right now?
That's what he's assuming. He's heard the whole
Okay.
conversation.
Yeah, and at this point, he is shuffling towards the door.
Okay.
All right, so I'm just gonna wait. Just gonna wait a second before doing anything. I don't know what the rest of the party is doing.
Dong turns around and looks at the party and is like, in Elwood's voice, "Drinks?
What? Okay. well,
Drinks. I mean, come on.
Okay, before you get
on.
all
Come on!"
happy with the drinks here, do you know anything else about where he, about this guy? Does he work somewhere? Does anyone? You just know he leaves and that's about it? You don't know if he's in trouble with anyone? Maybe he really likes, what is it called, Ravenclaw or something? I forget.
White talent.
I know. I'm just...
You see him again doing the awkward not chin stroke. Go ahead and roll persuasion for me.
Oh, don't mind if I do. Ooh.
All right, let me just pull it up. Oswald has been spotted many times near farms.
Multiple farms.
A couple, mainly one.
Where is it?
Which? Yeah, do you know which one?
I'm really thirsty.
Yeah,
You
me
see,
too.
like the mischievous look on Dong's face.
All right.
Hey,
And
Dom,
he like
real-
basically, oh, yeah.
I'm just curious. On the way to the bar, is there like a general store? I just need to stop and pick something up.
Shitty tour. And he
Oh,
basically
no.
basically skipping now starts walking out of the roost.
City tour.
Oh, Miss Zara, why did you have to go and do that?
As you guys are exiting, you can now see that on the other side.
Wait,
next
hold
to-
on. Wait.
Okay.
Hang on.
Yeah.
As people
I
are
wondered
exiting.
about this.
Hold on. I need to know how everyone's leaving and who's standing where.
Okay,
Elwood's
I was
next
just
to
gonna
Dawn.
give one little description real fast, and then you guys can totally do. Like,
okay.
I'm not
Okay.
saying that you guys are leaving. Whenever you guys focus on the
Yeah.
door, you see that next to the door there is actually a painting of an older gentleman, probably a human in his 40s, who is sitting next to his wife, assumedly a woman who looks quite beautiful, but also old later in life. You see this portrait next to the door. That was all I was gonna say. But now you guys can exit.
Okay.
Interesting.
I was gonna try to go through that door and at least say thank you to the elder Kenku person before we left.
Oh, you were gonna go
But-
to the kitchen?
Yeah, I don't know. Slaw was asking where we all were, so I would
Yeah.
probably not be speedily exiting with Elwood and Dong. I would probably be lingering behind to go say thank you.
Who all's
Yeah,
in the room right
absolutely.
now?
I think it was just us in the room, and they went into the
Dong
kitchen.
Yeah.
Dong skipped out the door, correct?
Yeah, Dong is leading the way to the nearest bar.
So it's you, Mizara, and Elwood for a second.
Dwarf, you should follow him to the bar. Quickly.
Okay, I'd happily.
Quickly, catch him!
Okay, hold on.
And so I walk over to the. There's no one else in the room, right?
There's Mizara.
Okay, so it's just the party, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Oh boy.
I walk up to the table with these holy symbols. Are they necklaces? What are they?
Yeah, they're like necklaces. They're talismans? Type necklaces? That thing.
All right.
Otis, we need these.
Yes. What are they?
They will help us get to where we need to go.
Okay. What do you want to do? I mean, this is stealing, right? Just
No,
to be
no.
clear- Okay.
I need you to ask them if we can have 3 of them.
3 of them.
3.
Okay. I guess I'll just
Okay.
blindly go in. I was gonna go in there anyway. So.
Yeah, so
All right.
you enter into the kitchen real fast, and it's just a simple kitchen like everybody else, except that there are a couple of perches once again, and it looks really dusty. And you see that there are several Kenku drinking, and they're talking, and it's a mixture of this old man's voice, of other people's voices that you've heard around town. And then Twig Snap, who is just simply enjoying his tea, and he like turns and looks at you.
I have a question about a spell.
Yeah.
Just because I've never used it. With suggestion, is it
Mhm.
something that like I'm reading it, it's saying, yeah, obviously there's a verbal component and stuff like that. Is the verbal component me suggesting that someone does something, or am I like saying a spell first?
No, it is magic, hocus pocus,
Hmm.
and you suggest the course of action.
Okay, so if I walked up to this guy and I did magic, hocus pocus, and then say like he's gonna know that I'm casting.
I mean, he won't know exactly what you're doing, but
Right.
he will most likely be able to assume if he does something that he wouldn't normally do. He'll probably be.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Just wondering.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right. Hello again, Your Highness. When I do the flapping.
You
Thank
see
you.
all of the birds do that thing where like they like open their beak and they all like look at each other like
It
ah.
makes me so happy.
They like
The elder Kenku goes over to the stove and pours another cup of tea, and comes over to you and brings it to you. How are you?
Describe the taste for me. What am I drinking?
It is very pleasant green tea.
I love green tea. Oh, disgusting. No, I'm just kidding.
Spit it at them.
Oh, this is very nice. Is this, you made this yourself?
And then you hear in a more crackly voice that reminds you of a dragonborn being like, it's shipped all the way from Queldrum.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
And Queldrum is known to have the best soil to make the best tea.
Let me write that down. Hold on a second.
Yeah. Most of the farms in Queldrum are rice and tea farms. Those kinds of things.
Welcome to the only game where you're going to be taking notes about soil.
No, right.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons with DMs that actually think about what can grow where.
No, I actually very dig that. Economical stuff is going to be really interesting to play with. But anyways,
I have
Yeah.
a list of what monsters and what animals live in what areas.
Good.
And have like a whole little ecosystem. It's great.
I think
love
that I now want to start my own tea shipping business somehow.
it. Okay. That could be a long-term goal.
Yeah, somehow I want to get into the tea trade. Okay, so
yeah, that's rad.
I gotta make some coin. All right. Okay. So, just wondering, a question. Thank you so much for your hospitality, by the way. Those, what were they called? They were.
Holy symbols.
Were they wearing them?
Yeah, they were necklaces.
Those necklaces that you were wearing. Could I borrow them? Three. I'm gonna awkwardly be like, three of them, even though I'm really realizing now that this is probably a very ridiculous thing to ask.
He like looks at you for a second, and in the mother voice, almost like it's scolding a child. He says, "Why do you need that?" And then like kind of tries to smile to like say he's not being rude. That's just the voice that he's mimicking. He's mimicking a mother saying to a child, "Why do you need that?" But that's the words that he wants to say.
We are on a special mission from Anna, and we are
And then-
protecting.
He looks at you and he goes, "Town guard lead." And then you remember, Anya is the name of the secretary, but Anna is the name of the leader of the town guard.
Well,
I don't
messed
know
it
how
up.
you did that, but you did that.
I messed it up perfectly.
Huh.
Yes, that's right. The town guard lead.
Okay.
We're investigating some different things that are going on around the town, and I think we might have to make a disguise with your necklaces.
He like nods for a second. Go ahead and roll a deception check. You did say Anna's name correctly, so your DC will be a little bit lower than average.
Sorry,
Deception.
Deception. Oh, sorry.
Do the rolls today.
So he
Maybe.
he like looks at you for a moment and like nods, and then in Anna's voice says, "Thorn in my side." And then he goes over to the cabinet and like at one of the down underneath cabinets and opens it up, and there's actually like 5 of them. You see 5 of the holy symbols in there, and he takes out 3 and he closes it and comes back over to you and looks at them and looks at you and looks at them. It's like 1 gold.
Oh. I'm gonna do my best to say what Dong does. What about the silver pieces? What about the silver?
And now roll persuasion.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. I already have one in my hand, by the way. Crud muffins.
It's okay.
That's not very. But I do have...
He like looks at the silver pieces and says,
2 silver pieces.
he's like sitting there and thinking about it. And he says, 2 silver pieces. Back in your voice. I didn't do your voice correctly, but back in your voice.
Okay, that's okay.
And
That's what
then
it sounds like to me.
and then in another voice that you haven't heard yet, he says, and you bring them back.
I just realized I left. And then I'm gonna walk out of the kitchen really quick.
He like stands there for a moment and he's like holding his tea in these 3 things.
And I'm gonna hopefully really quickly walk into the other room. I don't know what Candlestick is doing at this
Candlestick's
point.
just pacing
but-
back and forth.
Candlestick, come here, bud.
What?
Come here.
Did you
Can I-
get them?
Can I give them back? Can we give them back to them later?
Sure.
Okay, great. And then I run right back into the kitchen.
And like he's just finished taking a drink and then he like, 2 silver pieces.
Here you are. And I hand him the 2 silver pieces.
And then he hands you the 3 holy
Thanks.
symbols.
Pleasure working with you. I will have these back. Realizing that I have no idea what's happening. I have no idea if or when I will be returning these. And a Candlestick of all people is the one who promised me that I would return them. I'm now shuddering at the thought of promising to my new friend I will bring these back.
You see one of these the other Kenku that have been going around. And this one has one of his eyes is actually closed, and it looks like there's a scar over it. Like maybe he lost the eye at some point. And he looks at you guys and says, "Saloset gives you a due." And that is a term that people that worship Saloset use to say like Saloset's blessing on you, like you're all good, that kind of a thing. And now you realize that all 5 of the other Kenku have turned and are starting to pay attention to the thing that is going on. You now have an audience.
Oh gosh. Do I know much? I know I personally, as Kitboga, don't know a lot about Saloset, or
Mhm.
I know Otis previously hasn't paid a lot of attention to religious things.
Mm-hmm.
But is there any common knowledge stuff that I would know in terms of like a nice way to say goodbye, other than what they just said?
Didn't you
Which
say
was-
that Saloset was kind of like the one that you're like, hey, I like you? Didn't you say
Oh,
that?
maybe it was.
The
God of
knowledge and
knowledge.
revelations?
Enlightenment.
Oh,
Knowledge
yeah.
and enlightenment?
Yeah, probably. I think I wrote it down somewhere, but I don't know where I put it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's probably fair.
Then you would know that the proper way to respond to someone saying Saloset's blessing on you would be, may all of the knowledge grow. Which is kind of
Okay.
like,
Oh, I feel like Otis likes that. Yeah, for
yeah.
sure. Yeah. May all of the knowledge grow, and I will bow, curtsy bow.
And once
That whole
again,
thing-
they all open up their mouth and do that little happy thing.
I'll also open my mouth. Weird.
And then they open their mouth a little bit wider, and you hear like a weird, raspy ha 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 come out of Twig Snap. And then in the old man's voice, it says, "Have a good day."
You too. And then I will, and thank you for the tea. And I'll set that back. Oh, I will gulp a bunch of it, and then set it back down.
Yeah. All right.
All
And
right, I
then
walk out
are
the
you-
candlestick.
Yeah.
And hand him the.
Keep one. Keep one. I need the other two.
Okay, I'm gonna put it on.
Perfect. So underneath your robes, you now have.
Yeah.
So both of you mark down on your inventory somewhere that you have these things. And then
Right.
do you guys exit the roost, I'm assuming?
Believe so. I don't
Yeah.
have anything else that I want to do.
As we exit and start the trek down to Plates, which is the dining area in this part of town, why don't we take a break?
Perfect.
that's
I gotta
all
pee
right.
really bad. So
Cool.
good timing. Good
I
timing.
peed 3 times already in this session.
You're fast though. You're quick. Like
Yeah.
real fast.
I'm a gnome.
Gnome bladder means small amount of pee, though.
True.
I don't know
Gnome
why I
speed.
said that, because that's a disgusting thing to say. Anyway.
That is a thing that you said in front of an audience. That is true. I want you to think about that.
Fantastic.
All right, chat. We're gonna take a super quick break. We will be right back. We're only like an hour-ish. I don't know how. I don't even know. We're sometime into this, maybe halfway done. We're gonna take a super fast break. Do not forget to do !Discord, !Patreon, !Sir You're pretty, all those things. And we'll be back in just a minute. Bye.
Wait, exclamation point. You're pretty.
Yo, chat, just wanted to say thank you guys again for tuning in and being a part of the fun today. If you guys don't mind, let us know what you're thinking of the show so far. Love you.
That was like an effect.
And we're back. What'd you say, Kit?
I heard you make a hop
Oh.
noise. I
Oh,
thought that
no.
was-
I'm glad you just said that. That reminds me. Someone in chat had the idea. We've talked about this before, but man, how cool would it be if there was a soundboard for Kenkus?
That would be so fun.
That'd be awesome.
I could
Right?
easily do that with my Go XLR. I think you have one too, right, Kit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might. we
Or
might-
you could make one on the interwebs.
Yeah, I mean, you
can
can
do that.
do them with all sorts of things. But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting
would be
idea
cool.
because Kenku are very, I don't know, they're walking onomatopoeias. So
Really, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think that'd be kind of
really
cool.
flavorful.
I think it'd be super cool. I just
just-
don't know how.
Yeah, I worry about the cheesiness factor, but I mean, Kenkus are kind of cheesy by nature, it seems. So just the way they talk.
Yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit.
they're fun.
I know.
I will let you know that the sort of like flapping could be taken in two ways because they are also cursed because they used to be able to fly, but they can't fly anymore. So,
Oh.
you know, they probably interpret it as something to the effect of like, basically like, I wish you could fly again or something like that. You know,
Well,
but
I actually figured that they interpret it as like whenever tourists go to a Japanese temple, they know that the appropriate thing to do is bow at the temple, but actually it is to bow, or it's to clap, clap, bow, clap, and that's how, or bow, clap, clap, bow, clap, and that's what you're supposed to do at a Shinto temple. Can you tell? I was obsessed with Japan in my childhood. So it kind of reminded me of that as, you know, instead of you doing something correctly, you did it incorrectly, but you're still trying to be respectful while you're doing it. So that's why they were happy with you being respectful towards them. Because you were being respectful enough to bow, even though it was kind of a silly bow. They were like, oh, you're respecting us, which is not something that they typically always get.
Fair enough.
any other Kenkus though, just
Yeah.
be
Other
might
cautious.
not like-
like,
Like,
But,
oh, too bad you can't fly. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I didn't even think about that. All right, cool. You
All
guys
right,
ready to
so
rock?
Yeah.
So yeah, we
Yeah,
went
I guess.
back to Dong basically skipping over to plates.
Yes.
Plates is a tavern with a warm feel, and it smells of cooked meats. And whenever you walk inside, there are several booths around that you can take a seat in.
I assume that Candlestick and I aren't there yet.
We're like just getting there,
Yeah,
right?
it's isn't Elwood and Dong already there?
Yes.
Probably.
That's just a little ways down. You guys would have been able to make that there in like 5 minutes.
Okay. Are you guys already like sitting down? I was gonna call you.
Candle Gnome?
Blessious / Elwood. Are you guys already sitting down and
Yeah,
everything? Or?
Already sitting down. I got myself one of those white talons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you would have realized, Elwood, that this is the place where the Silver Dragonborn Eye works that you guys made cry the first time
Oh.
we played.
Hmm.
Yes.
Wait,
Mental note.
from back when?
Yeah. From the first episode, whenever you guys brought Dong here and
Oh.
you made the waiter cry and then you had to pay a gold.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's where you are
Okay.
right now.
Well, all right. That's
So, do you guys take a booth?
Yes.
All right.
So, do you order a drink for Dong as well whenever you order your white talons, or do you let him order his own drink?
I would love to be like, Dong, listen, hear me out about this. I want you to try this new drink. It's revolutionary. It tastes like water. It's called a white talon. I'll buy it for you. I'll buy it for you. You got it when the waiter comes over. Just ask about it. When you see Mazara, ask her about it too.
Okay.
Hey, waiter!
And out from the back comes the dwarf once again, the owner of this place. And he comes over and he's like, "Welcome back." And he sets down your white talon that you ordered.
Oh, thank you. My friend here, Sir Dong, he wants to have one of your finest white talons.
And he like looks at Dong and like nods and like, "Will anyone else be joining us?"
Yeah, I got a few people coming. You know, definitely not anyone to make anyone cry. Just nice do-gooders.
Okay, as long as nobody cries, we have no problems. And then he like gives you like a genuine smile and goes back into the kitchen. And about that time is whenever Mizara, Candlestick, and Otis make their way into there.
Dong has a look on his face that is basically, I can't believe this is working. Like again, too, because he's still childlike, you know. But you know,
Yeah.
most people don't know what Kenko normally are like age like, and so he's sort of got. The only thing I can think of is the giddy feeling of whenever like they have a scene in a movie where kids basically get magazines that they're not supposed to have. And he's just like, and he's just sort of like nodding along for you, Elwood.
Did we talk? We did talk to chat about that, right? About his age and stuff.
I believe we told.
I think.
Yeah, y'all told him whenever you came back from the break.
Okay, yeah. So our player characters, like Otis, does not know, but we found out way later that he should. Yeah, he's a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually a child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually thought that potentially the leader guy, I forgot his name already. I should have written it down. Did we? Oh, snapping twig,
Twig
forest
snap.
sound.
Twig snap.
Twig snap.
Twig snap.
Twig snap hidden dragons.
I thought for a minute that maybe he would say something about like, wait, what do you mean going? What kind of drinks are we talking about? But yeah. All right.
He
I would
says,
probably just go
"It's
right over to the
cheap."
booth if I saw it.
Yeah, so you guys head over to the booth and sit down with Elwood. As,
Dwarf, is that
Dwarf.
white talon?
And then at this point, the dwarf man comes out once again and brings out another white talon for Dong.
Cheers, Dong.
Cheers.
And then he looks over at everyone else. Like, what can I get you?
Oh. Do you have anything lardy?
And he thinks for a second. He's like, didn't you ask about this last time?
Hi. The name's Otis, and I go to shake his hand.
He looks at you for a second, and he's like, Yorhan, and he shakes your hand.
Can I interest you in some of the finest tea you have ever sipped upon for your establishment?
He looks at you for a second. He's like, I don't know if you know what kind of customers we get, but they're not tea drinkers.
Okay, great. About the grease thing, I mean, not grease. I realized that I slipped up because I don't want people to know that I'm asking for grease. Don't ask me why yet. But it's important.
So he looks at you. He's like, if you want grease, we have a ton of pig grease and stuff that we fry it in.
Okay. Anything other than pig grease?
Nope.
Okay, I'm all set.
Great. How about you, little one? He looks over at Candlestick.
I'll take some of the pig grease.
He eyes you and he goes, now listen here. Your friend made a promise that no one's gonna cry today.
I did.
You gonna keep that promise?
Why would you cry?
Yes.
Okay. And then he looks at Mizara and is like, what you want?
I like to do 2 white talons. But can I get the 22-ounce ones?
He looks at her and goes, I don't know what an ounce is, but I can get you white talons. And then I'll be right back. And turns
Thanks.
around and walks off.
Right. Dwarf.
I'm a gnome. What?
Look, listen.
Where are you sitting at the table?
So on the outside, across from Dawn.
Okay.
It's
All right,
a
so-
6-seater booth, by the way.
All right, so
At
Candlestick,
this point-
I slide up next to you in the booth, and I take out one of these holy symbols, and I put it on the table and slide it over to you.
Take this.
Oh, sweet. Is this made out of gold?
Yes.
Oh.
It's
Hold,
copper.
don't sell it. Hold on to it.
Oh, yeah, whatever you say. I'll put it in my backpack.
And Candlestick just sort of
you
leans
could
back.
wear it.
I don't like holy symbols. Call me old-fashioned.
All right. While you mark that in your inventory, Dong at this point slams down the mug that he had, and you hear a thunderous burp come out of Dong. I'm gonna go ahead and roll a real quick saving throw for him.
Oh God.
Boy.
He's
we go.
already looking a little sloshed.
He's tipsy.
It's not his first rodeo anymore, and he just woke up. Probably hasn't eaten anything yet.
Okay.
And so you see him look at you, Elwood. One more. Get a little more.
I promised you one drink. You have to take it. You have to buy it yourself. Is that all right, kid?
One drink, one information.
All right. But can I suggest maybe not drinking a White Claw? You should try something like one of those Johan's like.
He finishes off the white talon and sets it down. And Oswald has been spotted near Vincent Tiller's farm.
Vincent Tiller?
Vincent Tiller, yes.
Okay.
What else can
Anything
you
else
tell
you
us?
want to add?
He chuckles and one drink, one information.
Oh,
And Candlestick
God, what am I
slams his
creating?
hand down on the table.
No! What else can you tell us?
At that point, you see in front of you a tub of grease also slammed down on the table, and Yornthal looks at you and says, "Don't make a scene, little boy."
No crying.
little man,
no
he's-
crying.
No crying, and then like gives Mizara 2 White Claws, and then gives Elwood the other one.
He,
Thanks.
Dong is like nervously staring at Elwood.
Bird.
Sir, I just need what your lightest drink. I'm talking minuscule light drink, okay? Please.
Okay. Can you just roll a d20 for me behind the screen, please?
Mm-hmm.
Just a-
And
Cool, that's a 19. So he like takes one look at you guys and then takes another look at Dong. Says, "You know you guys are being swindled by a kid, right?"
What?
What?
no swindle.
Look, I get it. Your family comes here and likes to hang out. You're too young. I'll let you have one drink because I like you. No more.
You see what was he had like his beak kind of like half open from like getting, even though it's another light one, it's still another drink. And you
Yeah.
see it like close.
Oh, I'm sorry, little guy.
I'll bring
Hey,
you some food, okay?
Hey, I'll let you have some of my drink, okay? No,
And then
no,
he like
he's a child.
he
I'm
like
Bird,
looks
we need
around at-
information.
He like looks around at you guys. Is like, he's a kid. Don't. Come on, guys.
No,
Yeah,
listen,
I'll
I'm gonna
give
whisper
him a little. I'll
to.
give him a little.
For slamming
probably-
your hand on the table, I actually want you to try and roll intimidation for me, Candlestick.
Okay.
Ooh,
How much did you scare me, Dong?
poor little dog.
And at that moment,
He's
he's
just a
like,
child.
if nobody else stops Yornthal, he walks away.
Oh.
He definitely he looks at you and says in Yornthal's voice, "Promise no one gets hurt."
No one will cry. It's fine.
Who do you not want to get hurt?
Me.
Oh, that's easy to promise. Also, we're not gonna get hurt, right? I still
Right.
think he's a murderer, by the way, even though I just found out he's a child.
I forgot that's why he was supposedly gonna be dead, and you guys were gonna take his fingers.
Yeah.
Uh,
He probably thinks that it's just a cover or a front, and that he's still a murderer. Anyway.
So what are you guys doing at this point? How do you press Dong for more information then?
Tell us everything you know.
Not much. Not everything.
Where is
Why?
Oliver right now?
I'm not a god. I don't track him. Only see him. I
Huh.
think it might be Ocelot.
The kid is what?
In a completely different voice that you have not heard before. Well, you heard it once whenever he was getting the city tour.
Can you
I think the cult is Ocelot.
The
track
cult
him
is awesome.
for us?
He's a child.
Can you find him for us?
he eyes Elwood's drink. I
Give him the drink.
Try.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
no, no, no,
Listen.
no, no,
Listen. Okay. I'm talking
grabbing for
3
it.
gulps, but if the waiter comes over, you're just gonna say that you're drinking some Croix LaCroix sparkling water.
Roy LaCroix.
He picks up your drink and begins to start chugging. 1 gulp, 2 gulp, 3 gulp, 4 gulp, 5 gulp.
Hey, come on, come
Let him
on.
drink. Let him finish it.
It's my drink.
He got a decent portion of your drink from you.
Kids these days, I don't even
I swear.
know.
So can you help
See him
us?
now. He like laughs. He's a child.
Once again, Yornthal comes back over and sets another drink in front of Elwood, and then takes the 2 empty drinks, and then he sets up a little bowl in front of the Kenku, and says, "Eat something." I'll tell Twig Snap. Eat
Oh,
something.
Twig Snap.
He's definitely got
Love
like,
that
the, like,
guy.
And in the little bowl, you see it's actually like a handful of blueberries.
And at that point, he just like he starts to demolish these blueberries.
Hey, Johan, can I just get your attention for a minute?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, I just wanted to let you know that my uncle was over here, Danny Nomvito, and this is on his tab.
Oh gosh.
Make a deception check,
At
please.
disadvantage. No.
No.
Didn't we already do it with this guy?
No, you did it with amusement.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way. You are kidding me. This is rigged. He's never missed one of these.
What?
The dwarf like looks over at you and says something, like he like shakes his head and he's like, "All right," and then he says something in Dwarvish. Do you speak? Don't you speak Dwarvish? Who speaks Dwarvish?
I do.
I do.
All right.
I think
He
do you as
says
well?
something.
I do.
He says something in Dwarvish about it's the equivalent to like, this is what I got myself into. Oh my god. Like, all right, I'll tell you what. Nomi Novito or whatever has a quad to come pay me. Doesn't come pay me, you're gonna pay me.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Danny Nomvito's a good guy.
All right. And then he walks away.
I don't know who Danny Novito is.
Just gonna
We
put that
know
in the
that.
notes.
We know that.
Just put that in important notes, and then we'll continue.
You can't lie to everyone, dwarf. They'll eventually find out.
Wait, who said I was lying?
You just told us.
No.
Oh, are you just hoping that it works out? That this guy's actually...
You know how many people are named Danny in this world?
I don't, actually.
Probably like 4 or 2.
4 or 2. Okay.
Listen, bird.
We're gonna
Will
get
you
put
help
back
us?
in call him by his name, Candlestick.
Dung.
Or don't. Oh, okay.
He's a child.
You can't follow children? Is that illegal?
I'm not a spy for children.
What if I buy you
Work
another
with
drink?
Children? Do you work with the children?
I do city tours.
Uh-huh.
Do
Uh-huh.
you kill children?
Bizarra. Yes.
No.
Uh,
I was getting that vibe.
Why?
don't know. He hangs out with Twig Snap though. By the way, when we say Twig Snap, is it literally the sound of a twig snapping?
Yeah, it's literally the of a twig snapping whenever you step on it. But people who don't make sounds like that, can't mimic sounds like that. They just say what the sound is. So everyone in town calls him Twig Snap. But if Dong were to refer to him, he would say instead of Twig Snap.
Right. Okay, I was just curious.
But it's not inappropriate to call him Twig Snap.
Yeah, I was wondering if I should be saying like, it's crinkling in the woods.
Just get
Listen,
a piece of
listen.
paper and crumple it up.
Dong. If you help us, Elwood will buy you
What?
another drink.
Oh. Well, it's free tab, so whatever.
Roll a persuasion check
Oh boy.
with advantage.
Yeah,
You've
Elwood
got
helped.
people. You've got people talking with you.
All right. Hopefully, I won't break our good rolls. 'Cause I have a 0 in persuasion.
20.
So here we go.
First, nat one.
Oh my God! Thank you so much for advantage.
There you go.
Another 19.
Oh, keep an eye out. Water.
And you see now the Dragonborn Eye, who has been completely avoiding your table at all cost, see the the Kenku wants water and sees that everyone's pretty much being normals. She gets a glass of water and she brings it over to the little Kenku.
Girl.
I'm gonna like put my hand on
what are you
Candlestick and be
doing?
like,
Stop.
settle down.
I need a jar with a top, with a lid, the screwy ones. Do you have one?
We need all our jars. I'm sorry.
I'll pay
No,
for
please.
it.
The general
Sorry,
store
by
might
the
have
way.
some. Ava's might have some, but we need our jars. We refill them. I'm sorry.
Do you have a
Please don't hurt me.
He won't.
I need a cup.
No, he won't hurt.
You see, Dong. Promise no hurt.
cup? The one that you pour things in? A cup.
Yeah, I can do that. And then she like scampers off, like gone.
Cool. Everyone waits.
She comes back after a moment and she has like 2 cups actually. She has a tankard and she has like a regular cup and she's like, which one do you want? Like trying to get on your good side.
The small one.
Okay.
I'll take the large one. I want it.
Okay. And she
Thank
like
you,
gives
lady.
you the empty tankard.
You hear Dong in Elwood's voice. Oh, Danny, no Vito's tab.
You're training him.
And then
Jesus.
Don't do this.
Yeah.
And then you hear, I'm sorry about my camera. You
Fine.
you see I look at Dong and say, wouldn't your library brothers be upset if they found you drinking? And like gives him like that eye.
No, he's drinking Croix LaCroix, sparkling water.
Glass of water, please.
Do you want blueberries in it like normal?
Strawberries.
Okay. And then she like gives a little smile and then like goes off.
Miss,
Yes?
could I try that as well?
Sure. Do you want strawberries or blueberries?
Strawberries.
Okay. then-
Strawberries and blueberries are expensive, so the fact that they're just giving this to the birch kind of shows the town's affection for the Kenku.
Okay, cool.
Hey,
So,
lady, before you go, by chance, like, I know this is like a tavern and everything, but do you have anything like for sale that has like your like from you guys like a flask? I'm just really looking for a flask.
No, that would be more like something that Ava would have.
Oh, by chance, you want to have one on you that I can buy, right?
No, I'm sorry. We keep all our alcohol in the bottles and in barrels.
All right.
And then she goes off again.
So I take is this like a plate of pig fat or pig grease? What is this?
It's like the bowl that like a typical bowl, and it's full of pig grease that they use to put on the fire and like coat the grill in so that this meat doesn't stick to the grill. That's what they
Is
used
it-
in medieval time was fat.
Okay, I'm assuming it's like, chunky and probably not very
Yeah.
fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I take this bowl of pig grease and I pour it into this cup. And I keep pouring, like I don't stop. I let it like spill onto the table. He just pours until the cup is full. And
Okay.
I take it up and I drink all of it and just chug and chug and chug and chug all the pig grease out of that little cup.
Hey, Candlestick, are you on that keto diet?
What?
Make a con save to keep it down.
Keto diet.
I mean, it will be lower because you're a goblin. I mean,
Yeah, it's not
drinking
too
spinal
high,
fluid,
but just straight con save to keep that down.
Mazara during this is just trying to clean up.
Well, that's
Candlestick's
advantage. Want me to re-roll that?
We take the first number.
Okay.
Whenever you roll with advantage or disadvantage, that's 5. Barely. Very barely. It comes back up, but it's down.
Wait,
No one's
do
on.
I like throw up in my mouth a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh no,
No.
Wait, did you say yes?
Why'd I say it?
You said yes, right?
No, Retcon, no.
No, it happened. You throw up in your mouth. a
Yeah,
little.
100% spits that out into the cup. And I'm saving it for later.
Like he
baby.
lets it happen. Basically,
Yep.
you're saying.
100%. You think I won't use
Okay.
this to my advantage?
I actually
cleaned up
made
this
Alex
mess.
throw up 2 days ago. So.
He made me laugh while I was drinking water, and I choked on the water and then started gagging because I couldn't breathe, and literally vomited because I was gagging and couldn't breathe. It was the funniest thing it was so funny.
It was really gross though.
I wanted to throw up on him. I tried, but he turned my head away. Anyways, so after a few moments, I comes back with two glasses of water that have that are nice and crisp and have like little slices of strawberries in it.
Oh, thank you, Mitch.
You're welcome.
You see him, thank you, and then immediately like pick out the couple slices of strawberry off the top, and then
Yeah.
start just nursing the water, enjoying his buzz. But he went a little overboard this time.
Lady,
Are these
a
like
quick-
fresh strawberries, or are they? Trying to think. Are they grown around here? Are they imported? How?
So, Corinne is the land that has the fertile soil for things like root vegetables, and berries and fruits. That's kind of what is grown in Corinne. I told you I just come up with this stuff. So, typically these strawberries were probably made in an earlier in the winter last year, or picked earlier last year, and then have been stored. There's actually a magic item, the bag of colding. What is it actually?
Matt Mercer.
Oh, Matt Mercer made that? Great. Well, there's a Matt Mercer item called the bag of colding, which is literally like a cold area, a cold pocket dimension, and they stick them in there, and then that's probably where they
Okay.
came from.
It's literally a Mary Poppins refrigerator.
Okay,
It's dope.
I'll accept it.
So yeah, they basically
very
store them
good.
in there and then sell them as not, obviously they're not fresh, but they sell them and then distribute them.
Wait,
But
how
they're not
common
going
are
bad
these
either?
bags of colding?
Not super common.
So they would be basically the people who sell their strawberries will most likely sell it to kind of a middleman, and that middleman will have a bag of colding, because there's only a couple bags of colding throughout Corinne. So they'll sell it to someone with a bag of colding, any strawberries that they can't sell immediately, and then that person will basically sell strawberries. You know, come get your strawberries just on the corner of the street, marketplace, wherever, and then they sell that to them, and then it's basically cold until it's taken out and sold. So these were purchased recently from someone with a bag of colding, most likely. But still, they taste relatively fresh still. Not freshly picked, but like not old.
Hey, guys, I gotta go use the restroom real quick, so I'm just gonna go real quick.
Hey, I gotta use the little gnome's room too. I'll be right back, guys.
Oh.
He's following through on that RP. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Is
He has to be
is
alive.
the girl still around?
She just walked away unless you stopped her from walking away.
Girl.
He like comes back and is like, yes.
Before I do this, would it be common knowledge that I would be like, oh, like those are cold strawberries? I wonder, right? Would I recognize that that's probably from a bag colding, right?
You would know that the caravans that go around Corinne selling strawberries and selling blueberries, they're the ones with the bags of colding. The restaurants aren't.
Right, but I would recognize like in the moment they're like, hey, those are cold strawberries, right?
Yeah, so they must have recently been purchased.
Where
What was the name? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
where did you get those strawberries from?
The caravan that came by yesterday.
When will they return?
They return about once a season.
When's the next caravan?
It's always the second month, so about 3 months out.
Interesting.
And then she like whoop, runs if nobody says anything.
And,
Can I stop her?
Yeah.
Miss, I don't want to bother you, but do you know anything or have any of the... Is this the guard's place? No, not the guard's place.
This is plates.
Plates. Okay. Do you know anything about an old woman, maybe who suddenly... Was it her jewelry shipment vanished or she vanished?
There was a jewelry shipment stolen, and then there was an old woman who went missing.
Cat
oh, it's two
stank.
separate things.
Yeah.
Old lady went missing. And the jewelry
Her real
shipment.
name is Barlank, but everyone calls her Cat Stank.
Okay. So those are two separate things that happened.
Yes, to two independent people.
Okay. Do you happen to know anything about an older woman at droppings? Cat smell. She has a cat smell, I guess, and she's missing. And also jewelry has gone missing. Do you know anything about this?
Roll a persuasion check.
You betcha.
flat.
Wait,
no
persuasion?
advantage.
Deception or persuasion?
Persuasion.
Okay.
Because you're not lying to her, you're just looking for
No.
information.
Another 19.
Yeah, she looks at you for a second. She's like, I don't know. Lady Barlank was nice. And
Yeah.
she thinks about the idea of them being nice. I don't know.
Did
Ever
she
since
hurt you?
this
No?
stuff around town started, I don't know, people have been staying up, and people who are typically sober will be tripping, and people have gone missing, and it's very interesting, and why are you asking about this?
We're on a mission. An assignment from Aria.
Make a deception check.
I purposely.
There's a game going on about thrones.
Hey, and the first natural one. Of the,
Is that the
I did
first?
that once before.
That's the first critical fail.
That's the first critical fail of the entire night.
Wow,
So
hogs in
OT
The
chat.
entire night.
Oh.
Or the entire campaign. So OT's got both the first crit and the first crit fail.
Nice. Good job, OTs.
Hey, someone's got to do it, right?
Feel-
She just
Cretin.
looks at you and like a wave of concern washes over her face. And she's like, there's no one by Ari in this town?
Oh, that's right. You wouldn't know her. She's she's a very nice, powerful, nice lady, and we're helping her out.
Ah. She like looks at the table for an awkward second and goes, can I get you anything else?
Okay, so you don't know anything else about the bar
No,
luncheon?
I don't know anything about that.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. And then she leaves. Whoop.
Elwood and Mazzara come back from the restroom, and Mazzara looks at the table specifically around Candlestick and is very upset with like the mess.
You know, I always have to clean up.
And she just goes and tries to like just to make sure like everything's nice and clean.
You know, you made her cry last time.
No, I didn't. That was Otis.
Hey, Candlestick.
I don't think I did that.
Candlestick. Hey. I was in the bathroom, right? And it smelled really bad.
Okay.
And anyway, they have this candle. I stole it. I want you to have it.
Found a candle.
Yeah. Here you go, pal.
Show me.
It's right here.
Put it on the table.
Elwood puts it on the table.
Look at it.
What did you do to it?
I mean, I took it out of the bathroom. I washed my hands before I touched it. What? I'm just trying to be nice.
I mean, it is a candlestick.
Candlestick.
Wait, he
grabs
likes
it.
candlesticks, not candle. Wait, what?
Yeah, same thing. I grab it and smell it. Does it smell odd?
No, it smells like blueberries.
He just puts it in his pack. Doesn't say anything.
Hey, you're welcome.
So, what are we doing?
We should go.
I think she knows something.
So you can actually, if you would like, you can roll insight. If you think she wasn't fully telling you the truth, or if she was hiding something, you can try and get a read off what her body language was.
Yeah, I guess I did sort of, I guess not metagame per se, but like I know that I rolled really, really bad. Otis doesn't know that he,
Mhm.
you know, but yeah, can I roll insight then?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Otherwise, what I'm about to do wouldn't make a lot of sense for my character if I have no insight. Because I was thinking I could potentially try something, but.
You can tell she's honestly just full of anxiety being near you guys.
Okay.
And she kind of wears her heart on her sleeve. Not very hard to read. You can tell she kind of heard something about people looking like they're tripping at night, and she means that, but she doesn't really know much as to what's going on.
Okay.
She kind of is just more worried about minding her own business.
Fair enough.
We should go.
Yeah, I don't want anything more to drink. No, wait 1 second. Hey, lady.
You say that and it takes a second, but the dwarf pops out of the back and comes over to you guys.
Hey, Johan. Hey, can I get it to go a water?
He like looks at you. What do you mean to go?
Well, I have this mug. Could you pour some water in it, please?
Is it your mug or is it his mug?
It's my mug.
From your inventory?
Yeah, I just got it.
He said the tankard that
The tanker, the
I
big
just
tanker.
gave them. She took the mug and the
He
tankard.
like looks at you for the. You're not taking my tankard out of here.
Can you just put it on Danny Nobito's, tab?
You're not
Oh.
taking my tankard out of here. That's
All right.
glass. That's expensive.
I'm just thirsty.
Where does Candlestick have the mug that
The-
has his upchuck in it?
Oh, it's just sitting on the table right now. Right in front of him. I guess I should save it.
At this moment, Jornthal looks down at the mug, looks at the grease that has been spread all over his table. All right, nope, out.
At this time, Mazar is trying to
Dong just
clean
sort of,
everything up.
like,
At this time, Mazar is trying to clean everything up. Like,
Candlestick, stop! I always have to clean that up.
and Dong is just gonna like sort of head down and just sort of quietly say to the group, "The city needs torch," and he's gonna dart out of the bar.
Filthy
Thank
bird.
you.
hey,
He stumbles a little bit at the door though.
hey, be safe out there.
He's a murderer. He knows how to be safe.
God, I think he killed people.
Once again, Jornthal's like, nope, out. You're out. It's okay.
All right. Have a good one. Tell
All right.
Danny I said hello.
I'm going to place a silver down and say, really quickly, and just kind of slide it over to him. Do you know where the Vincent Tiller? Do you know where the Tiller's farm is, or where they live now, or the docks? Anything about them?
Roll persuasion with advantage because you're using a coin.
Oh,
16. Is that roll?
Yeah.
This is go up the road north. It's the first one on the left. It's the one with the animals. He's the only rancher around.
okay. And did they say that they lost? Did Dong say that they lost their farm because they couldn't pay anymore?
No, Oswald's family lost their farm because they couldn't pay anymore, so now they work at the docks. Vincent is
Okay.
another guy. Vincent is the farm that Oswald has been seeing hanging around.
Most often.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this straight in my notes. So Vincent Tiller, the Tiller's farm, he doesn't work at the docks.
No.
His parents,
Hmm.
Oswald. Okay. That's good to know, though.
Mhm.
And what time is it?
It's probably about 3 in the afternoon or so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I think our Kenku Pale was saying dusk is sometimes when this guy can be seen leaving. So we could potentially either like go out by that gate and look for him, or we could go to this farm and try to just like camp out there. I also, in the back of my mind, think it could be interesting to explore the underground toilet area. But I can't. This is okay, right, to discuss as a group out of
Oh
character?
yeah,
This is-
like
okay.
metagaming. This is one. This
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of stuff is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because like Otis wouldn't even know that's really possible necessarily, because I don't know how to get in the door. But I guess I could try to break it down or something. But
Right. Like you're interested in that area and you want to know more about it, right?
yeah, I mean, vaguely interested. Like, what even is that place? Why did she take us there? Is it just
Right. What time did you guys say it was?
Like 3-ish, right?
Yeah,
3,
okay.
4.
about 3 in the afternoon.
and dusk is At what time with a world with 2 suns?
8.
Okay.
Yep. So you've got about 5 hours, and Dong said he spots him. His spot. I'll move the party tracker to show. His spot is right here, and he spots him leaving the town at that point. At about dusk.
So at about what,
Okay.
6 or 7?
Yeah, probably about 7 o'clock.
Okay, so if we were gonna, yeah, we have to be there ahead of time. We have a couple hours if we wanted to do that.
We should go.
Yeah, with candlestick on this one.
Where? What do you mean with candlestick? What are you talking about?
We have to find out.
treasure.
I'm just kind of tired at this place.
Okay.
We go.
Follow candlestick.
All right, where's Candlestick leading you guys?
Oh, this is. Oh man, you do not want Candlestick to lead the party. That's not a good idea. Yeah, I
Nope.
think we'd be able to identify as, say, like you said, like we need to go north, right? So we'd be able to identify that as we're going by this building. This is where, I forget if it was Dong or if it was Stickman, whichever one of them said, like, this is the building he normally comes out of. Would we be able to identify that from the outside? Like, is there
The
signage?
building that Oswald
Kenku?
normally comes out of?
Yeah, Oliver.
No. Whenever I was saying there's a building that typically someone comes out of, I was saying Dong. Dong typically comes out of a building. Y'all don't know what building Oswald comes out of.
Right.
Okay.
You
In
just
that
know
case-
that he tends to go to Vincent's farm.
Okay. In that case, Candlestick's going to take them up this road that sort of meanders off towards the farm. I'm assuming this is the way that it goes, or this is what leads it to it.
Yeah, it leads there roughly. There's a dirt path off to the side that is worn, but clearly not often used. It is most likely purely just, Vincent traveling in and out of town on a cart.
Does that
Th-
look
that's-
like that would lead to a farm?
Yeah, you can see the farm off in the distance.
Okay.
Yeah.
If this is the tillers, is there signage or anything, like, or is it just bare?
No, there's no signage. There's quite a few farms near the city, and you would have spotted them all whenever you first came here.
But you
there's-
would remember that there's only one that was including a ranch with like animals, and this is the one that's in front of you.
Right.
Perfect.
This is where he's supposed to be, right?
I suppose so.
You were told that he comes. He is spotted at the farms. Most often, it is the Vincent's farm. They are the only ones with a ranch that you know of, at least. And
Yeah. We don't even know that this is gonna because Dong said he's not sure if it's every night. And frankly, Dong's got a lot of tours to give, so he might not be the
does.
most reliable.
It's true.
yeah, he's not a world class spy. He's a kid who likes causing
He's a
mischief
child.
and gives tours for a living.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I mean, I don't know what you got. I'm gonna say this out of character. I'm willing to wait here. Like, that's what Candlestick's intending to do.
Are
Is
we
just
waiting on the path that leads to the farm, or are we waiting at the farm?
Candlestick would have stopped the group. We would have stopped the group probably right here at the road, the pathway that makes it very obvious this is the farm. He wouldn't want to go any closer than that.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay,
to,
so you don't. What?
Yeah, I'm down to just have a moment.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna swap the map just because you guys are no longer in the city.
Okay. Okay. So what's our play here? We're hoping Oswald goes to the farm. And do you want to follow him? Do you want to talk to him? Are we just watching? What are we thinking?
We interrogate him.
I'm a really good interrogator.
No. Okay. Okay. Are you sure? We don't even know what he does at the farm. We don't even know if he's a bad guy. We just.
You want to
saying,
talk to him
we-
first?
We break his knees.
Oh heavens.
first we get his parents, right?
Did we say that he was a part of?
Yes.
So just, we think he's a part of this cult that
You-
is doing.
You know for certain that he's a part of this cult because Nissa told you he is the only one that was dumb enough to brag about it.
Right. And we're kind of investigating what is this cult's motives, what are they doing, what's going on.
Yes. This is most likely the reason why the magistrate was attacked and why we now has somewhat of a target on their back.
Listen,
I have an
listen,
idea.
listen. What if we
Yeah.
join the cult?
Yes.
What?
Absolutely.
Really?
I mean, that's what I was saying. Hold on. I mean, so I recently acquired in my studies, I believe, I haven't tried this yet, but I believe I have finally figured out how to, how should I say this in the simplest terms, suggest to someone via magic, suggest to someone that of course, hopefully their mind will be bent to my will. So I could, if we approach them, suggest to this gentleman that he allow us to be members of the cult. Maybe we say something like, "Oh, we heard that you're the leader, or one of the gosh, what he's like a cocky guy, right? He brags a lot. Maybe we say he's not the leader. That wouldn't make sense, right? What would we say?
How
Boss man.
about we do that if he doesn't believe us?
Oh, that's
Backup plan.
okay. So what's the not backup? What's the forward plan? First plan?
The gnome convinces him.
I'm a good
And how?
convincer.
How would he do that? Okay, we'll role play. Okay, we'll role play for a minute.
Oh,
I'm
man.
all-
Oh, God.
Roleplay within the roleplay.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Hi, I'm Oswald, and I'm great. I'm in a cult. How are you?
I'm doing great. How's the cult doing?
So good. Because I'm in it.
Oh man, did I sacrifice anybody today?
What? No. Yes. No.
How cool was it?
Who are you?
My name's Dwayne.
Dwayne.
Yep.
What are we talking about again?
Sacrifices.
Sacrifice.
The cult. The sacrifices.
This is not working.
You're right. You're right. Elwood would never be able to do it. You're right. He never would be able.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm just not sure. We could give it a shot, okay? If it doesn't work out, Candlestick, you might have to hold him down, and I'll work my magic on him.
I'm really good at hog tying.
Okay, so backup plan for just my own. We were talking about this once before. I don't know if it was with suggestion or just other things, but if he is a magic user, I assume he could counter this.
So at 5th level, there is a spell that you could learn called Counterspell.
I'm definitely learning it when I can, but anyway.
Pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So there is that if he is a magic user. I will say though, so for suggestion, it has to be a suggestion that is within reason for their character.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna let you know, it's probably not within reason for him to blurt out cult secrets if you're tying him down.
Okay. True. So, but the part that I don't understand, and I don't want to take up too much time on it, but I'm gonna be saying I have a verbal component. I have a. Hold on, I gotta look it up. I'm gonna be talking.
You just want to actually post it in chat for everyone to see.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be visually and motioning, right?
No, there is no somatic component, I don't believe.
Oh, it's material. Okay, I have so I'm gonna have either a bit of honeycomb, a sweet oil, or snake's tongue, and verbally. So it would be like I say abracadabra, and then I am suggesting, tell us all your cult secrets.
Yes.
He hears me say abracadabra.
Yes.
That's the important
So
part.
he will hear you say abracadabra, tell me all the cult secrets, and then if he fails the save, he would tell you them. But once
Assuming
the spell,
that it's within reason.
yes.
Okay.
So maybe let me join the cult with you.
Right.
If he can complete that within 8 hours, then it will.
Okay.
But if he can't
'Cause-
complete that in 8 hours, then technically the spell would fail.
Yeah. My thought is we could potentially butter him up, and if he's bragging about being in the cult, if we're kind of like, hey, we heard that there's this cult, we really want to join. We heard you're the guy, like you're really good at cult stuff, and then suggesting him if it doesn't work. That was sort of my. I don't know what you guys want to do, but
So I got an idea. All right. We take Mizara. We have her laid down and we put a bunch of candles that Candlesticks got around him, right? We wait out until someone walks by and we act like we're gonna sacrifice him.
okay.
What?
That's a good idea.
It could work.
Think about it. Who wouldn't want to see a sacrifice?
Remind me, super fast. Azulat is goddess of.
Fire and pandemonium. She's super nutso and sick to herself. All the gods are roughly the same in power level, but there are a couple that are a little bit more powerful, and a couple are a little bit less. Azulat is considered the second strongest, only second to Ulthur.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm down to do it as long as you don't kill me. Yeah, I'll play dead.
Sorry, Kiwi.
Just out of curiosity, is Kiwi still here, and is Kiwi okay?
Oh yeah, she's.
I
I'm
was
not
gonna
saying
say-
anything without her permission.
Okay.
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 I just wanted to double check. Okay.
This
do we
this
know?
could work.
Do we know if they actually do sacrifices in this cult? Because this could be really bad. If we're like, oh hey fellow cult member, and we're
Can I do a religion check for that?
To see if people of Azulat would sacrifice people.
Yeah, sort of to think back on my knowledge of Azulat, her followers do.
You can make a religion check, but I'm gonna let you know that the DC is gonna be really high. There's not exactly a lot of Azulat cult activity, because most people embody the sort of absolute batshit nuts aspect of her, and it's kind of hard to get to a lot of chaotic evil people to work together. So even if there is Azulat cult activity, it's either not successful or not well documented. So it's a very high DC, but if you want to know about sacrifices and their view on murder, sorry, I don't know, somebody like died upstairs, I guess.
That's supposed to be an empty apartment.
Yeah. I
Spooky
swear
ghost.
I
Right.
ghost. Like,
Okay.
I can't wait for it to get caught on stream. But yes, you can make a religion check, but it has a very high DC. You do have inspiration.
I was about to say I'll use my inspiration on this.
Mm-hmm.
So, religion with advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Wow.
Nope. You're...
That.
if you add them together, though, I'll roll deception to deceive you, the DM.
That's a good idea. All right. Wow, that really sucks. Okay, 11-11.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Make a wish.
Out of curiosity, would Candlestick? I'm curious, Slaw. Would Candlestick, as he's taking a look at all of this in his mind, does Candlestick think he knows the answer? Like, or is he gonna say nothing? I guess.
Knows the answer to what exactly?
Well, like we're all as a group trying to figure out if this is a good idea. Candlestick obviously is like mulling it over, trying to recall all of this religious stuff. Are you gonna say anything to us? Like, yeah, they love sacrifices. Or are you? I'm just curious.
No.
Otis is trying to make an educated decision here.
No. Candlestick
So-
Candlestick would not directly say one way or the other. He's only going to just agree with Elwood that this is a good idea.
I'm telling you, it's a great idea.
Walk me through it.
All right. This is what we do. Right here in this patch of grass, we make something that looks so unholy, right? This candlestick. That's your job. You make it look unholy.
Or holy, depending on which,
No.
Like sacrifice, Do you want to
Well,
do
I
it?
mean,
No, unholy. Yes, unholy. Keep talking.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's your job. All right, Mizara, what you're going to do is everything. You're going to just lay down there, tongue out, and just act dead.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
can
you put
do
your
that.
tongue
Yeah.
out when you die.
No, your tongue out, you're dead.
You guys do have a scroll still of the feigned death.
Oh my God, you're right.
Hog
I will
champ.
also let you know
I
he
forgot.
arrives. He leaves the town at dusk, and if you're gonna do it beforehand, that means you
We
would
gotta-
be doing this in daylight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot.
How busy is this area that?
It's the main entrance to town. So it's the main road leaving town.
Oh,
It's a decent bit enough away from the city itself, but from the road, it would be pretty visible that there's a couple people standing out in the middle of a field doing God knows what.
Okay.
So I mean, it's kind of a toss-up, right? If no one's leaving town that night and no one's coming into town that night, then
what about
technically no
this?
one would see you. But
what if we? Goodness, I'm just thinking if we set this whole thing up right here, some people might see it that we don't want to don't want to get involved with. What if we set this up a little bit a ways away in a more cult-like area?
We could do
intercept
that. We just gotta be really
Oswald.
loud with our unholy hymns.
Or we intercept Oswald, acting like we're going over to perform the call ceremony. Maybe we chant. We could chant something very convincing, and then when he sees us, we say, "Oh, we're going to make an offering. You want to come with us?" That kind of thing.
I like it. Hey, Otizi, can I tell you something real quick without Mizara and Candle Buddy listening?
We are. I mean,
Please,
guess-
come on. It just takes a second.
Fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, then I will go with you.
Listen, if I point my finger at somebody, I can send a message. And maybe I could just send a message to them and I'll make it all spooky.
Oh, a spooky message. I would know
Yeah.
of this spell. I think
yes, it is a.
I
cantrip.
personally know it, but
If
Is
you
OT.
want to post it in chat, if someone just
Uh-huh.
wants to post the description of the message.
Yeah, I got it. Dun, 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 bop.
Perfect.
okay.
And that is 120 feet. So you can do it
Yeah,
from
I
120
really
feet away,
far.
which would be considered out of earshot, probably.
Yes, message. I'm familiar with this. A colleague of mine. That could be useful, Elwood. Thank you for sharing. Why is there a
Just
reason
don't
why
tell the
you didn't?
candle guy, okay?
Why?
Come on.
Why?
No, don't, because he's gonna be weird about it.
Uh-huh. Look at the dude. He boils dead things and eats it. He's already a weirdo.
Yeah, but this is like, I don't know. I just don't tell him.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Are we gonna do like a awkward fist bump?
awkward fist bump? Like,
Just
Like-
Secret handshake now. Okay, great.
Just kidding.
Okay, Okay, so you're now all back in the group.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you all on the same page for this plan?
Listen, there's one
Let's-
thing. I will play dead, but you are not using a spell on me. I don't do magic. No, not gonna do it.
Well, you did it before.
No, and I hated it.
It would be nice magic. I would be casting it.
Not doing it.
Two silvers, and I'm gonna hold out 2 silver. Come on, Mazzara.
I'm a good actor.
Okay. Well, can we at least? I don't know. Okay, how about this? And if I need to roll deception or persuasion or whatever, what if Candlestick rubs some of the dead stuff on you at least to make you smell bad?
1 gold.
I don't
Uncle.
know. We need to do this, Mazzara. If you're
I
the
just,
2
I
silver
don't
was a
do
joke.
magic. I'm sorry. 1 gold.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No magic, and Candlestick rubs you with dead things, feces, whatever.
No, 1 gold.
I'm gonna
So-
look at Candlestick and just kind of be like, noticing tension, noticing it's getting late, trying to figure
Give
out
her
what
a
we're gonna
gold.
do.
We don't have time.
And then we're gonna cast a magic spell on her.
Yeah.
Come on, just give her the gold. Come on.
Why are we giving Mazzara gold?
Just give her the gold.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna do it.
I'm just gonna give her the gold.
All right.
hold
Spell,
on.
I guess.
I'll subtract 1 gold. Jeez, Mazzara.
So basically, a silver piece is like $1, and a gold piece is like $10 compared to like inflation versus today's. So that's like $10. I need a crisp 10.
It's just like
Love it.
okay, so it's still sort of a joke. It's still kind of like potentially sort of just like
Yeah,
I was
it's a
offering a
hefty
very low
amount
price.
of money, but in terms of the money that you guys currently have, which they all have around 50 gold pieces each from the meeting while they were jailed beforehand, and that sort of 2-shot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a pretty minor amount. But,
well, I gave her a gold piece. And then
Thank
I guess I assume I would cast. Oh. So can we find a spot? Are there any areas nearby? I'm imagining like a spooky hollow with like thorny like structures. And maybe we can even, take the thorny like trees and tie them together to make like a cave.
So I don't know how else to say this besides the fact that it is all open plains, pretty much. There are
And I make
bushes
this
and large
somehow.
rocks here and there, and it's not 100% flat. There are areas where a farm would border somewhere where it is a lot more like rolling hills, where the land starts to not be quite so even. That might border nearby, so hiding is going to be a little difficult if it's going to be an entire sacrifice, if it's going to be a big thing. If it's just we have a body on the ground, we're chanting, and here's the Azulat dagger, then
Oh, good job.
that's relatively easy to hide. But
Okay.
and I mean there might be 1 or 2 trees just kind of randomly sparse throughout, but they're not large trees.
How about this then? Instead, what if I were to put some of my griffin grease and light a fire in a circular area so it looks like we cleared out it's fiery death
Yeah,
prop
you could do that.
circle thing? What do you think, Candlestick? Is that good? I don't
Lighting
know.
you will be lighting a fire near someone's farm though, because you do still have to be within 120 feet of the farm, and that is
Okay.
120 feet. You could spot a fire from if it were to be a 6-foot diameter circle, because Mazzara is 6 foot, and if you're trying to make a circle, it'd be an all right size fire.
Are there any? If I were to expend a spell slot, because I know we have the ability to create campfires and stuff, but if I were to use a spell, is it assumed that it could be very hot? I guess so that it might not create lots of smoke and lots of like a lingering fire.
So what spell are you trying to use?
I don't know. Like I have firebolt, I have chromatic orb, and a flaming sphere now. So
If there's a bad fire, I could always use Ray of Frost.
my goal is to
So-
make it so, if I understand correctly, our plan is a little ways away from the road, maybe where it's less noticeable. We're going to stage an area that looks like we're doing this crazy sacrifice. And I want to burn a circle in the ground.
Mhm.
And maybe Candlestick's going to do something else to make it look deadly and creepy.
Right.
But I also don't want anyone to see that we're doing this. So I don't have a crazy knowledge of fire. I guess I've lit some fires in my day, but if it's burning hot, I imagine there's going to be less smoldering and smoke. So if there's like sort of an empty field, I don't know if
We
any of
are-
my spells can like instantly.
I'm reading
Okay.
reading any creature.
Because like
Oh.
some spells will say that that like burn damage happens, or like there are specifically spells that say in the text that if it touches anything flammable, that thing will catch on fire.
Firebolt
They actually like yeah, like
does.
firebolt specifically says
says
that.
a flammable object hit by the spell ignites.
So I will say that with flaming sphere, you could have in 6 seconds, you could burn a hole.
Like a circle.
Yes, it will shed bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet. So that is in between a lantern and candle.
Okay, but doing it a little bit of ways away from the road. Hopefully, there's like a little bit of hills or something. But is
Yeah,
it like
you could
flat?
do it like on a slope of a hill where there's a rock. You could do it behind that,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you would most likely. It would be very unlikely for someone to spot that because it's just going to be 6 seconds of a rock shining a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd be down
Yeah.
to do that, guys. Use one of the spell slots, and
Yeah, I'm down.
actually, if we even had time to take a short rest afterwards, I could get it back. It's just
What time
Unless
do
he
you
decides
think
to
it
attack
is?
us. I mean,
that's true. I don't know how much time we have now. Like 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah.
No, so it was 3 o'clock whenever you guys left the bar, and
Oh, that's true.
It's probably only been about an hour, so it's only 4 o'clock.
it's worth mentioning
Okay.
that we don't have to use like rampant fire. We can just use candles.
To burn it.
Well, I mean, we don't have to
So-
burn, right? It could just be
Oh,
candles,
like
right?
smolder
Because
it.
she's the
and
goddess
stuff?
of fire, and then like it's still right. Maybe it's. I'm assuming it's close enough, right?
So you're thinking basically like the effect of using a magnifying glass, multiple magnifying glasses to sort of just fry a circle into the ground, like very slowly?
Oh, I was thinking about setting up candles in a circle.
Oh, so you're saying not burn
but
the grass
not
at
burn
all,
anything.
just simply have a bunch of candles?
Good idea.
Right. If we don't want to make a huge scene, right? It's like the most
I just want to
least
sell
disruptive
it, you
thing.
know?
Well, I mean, if you guys want to burn a whole, like, let's do it. I'm just saying we have the option.
I think we should do both. That's what I think we
Okay.
should do. I think we should burn it and then line it with candles and sprinkle dead things in it or whatever.
More convincing.
dig up worms. I don't know. I don't know what candles do.
Gnome! Gnome! Can
Is it
you...
dwarf?
Can you
Yeah.
bring us an animal?
Are you gonna kill it?
Yes.
No. Can't kill.
We need it! We need it!
No, we can kill Mizara. I'm not doing an animal.
What?
What?
We should have never given Blessious Mazzara.
What if we
Are there
don't kill
snakes?
it?
Okay, I'm listening.
We... Can you make it play dead?
Oh yeah.
How many animals can you
What?
bring?
I can put my feelers out.
Can you put them out in the next 5 seconds?
Oh, sure. Hold on 1 second. At this time, I'm gonna try my best to speak with small beasts, and
Put that in
I
chat,
guess
by the
I
way.
would.
If you can.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I guess would I have to do a perception check to see if there's anything around?
It would actually be survival is to like track and find animals.
Ah, there.
All right, so you can find probably like some rabbits nearby.
Any squirrels?
Roll a d4. There's a squirrel.
Oh.
All right. At this moment, Elwood goes and he gets on all fours and he says, "Excuse me, 1 second," and he just goes.
I'm gonna start scouting the area for a good spot to I'm gonna, like, walk
I thought you were
away
about to
a
start
little
making the same sound.
Get
bit.
out
Oh,
of
no,
here.
no.
Just
I'm
open
just
a
gonna be like,
Uh-huh.
okay.
Yeah, I could see him taking notes on that.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh,
So
that's true. Yeah.
if you're gonna scout for an area, go ahead and roll survival as well.
Oh. Would I know that he's casting animal?
It's not a spell. It's actually just
Oh.
an innate ability of forest gnomes.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that
So-
we all know at this point, or not really?
I did it
Yeah, the
before.
He's
forest
done it
gnome.
before.
Hmm?
He's done that before, right?
Yeah, you would know that there are select number of gnomes that are able to communicate roughly with small beasts.
Oh,
Not
I'm
long,
sorry.
drawn out things, but what is it?
Oh, they're
Simple
the same.
ideas, basically.
Okay, good to know. I
Um,
had advantage on, but I rolled to the same thing anyway. So.
Okay, so you go out and you find a spot that you think's pretty all right. You've got a little rock, and it's kind of on a downslope.
Okay. I guess before I break off, or I guess it doesn't matter. Are we having like Elwood be? Oh, never mind. I know our plan. We're all gonna be like waiting, and then somehow hop out and start chanting and walk over towards our.
Ooga
Slaughter.
chaka, ooga ooga.
Yeah. All right. I guess while we're prepping, I will. Is it assumed that I successfully cast my flaming sphere, or do you want me to roll it, or how do you want to?
So you're trying to flaming sphere and as quickly as possible.
Yeah, just
to
like
burn a
Incinerate
circle?
a 5 foot. Well, although things would actually burn a little bit around it. Technically, we were talking about this, right? So.
I'd say that it's too. In trying to do this, you wouldn't be leaving it there long enough to really have anything start to catch because the grass is all
Oh,
live.
Right.
So,
So let's just. Yeah, just a 5 foot. I think it's radius or whatever.
diameter. It's
Diameter,
5 foot,
sorry.
but we'll say you can like move the circle in a small circle to make it a little bigger.
Yeah, big enough for. It needs to be big enough, definitely for Mazzara to lay down in it.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Oh. Oh
See
boy.
How
Is
sneakily.
anyone helping me right now? I guess they can't.
Yes,
Really.
yes.
And
I will.
I'm just. So
Can
you were
they,
at
though?
disadvantage because you found a spot that you thought was good. You don't know you're at disadvantage, but you found
Okay.
a spot you thought was good, but it's not so great. So you're at disadvantage. His help will give you advantage, so it's a flat roll for stealth.
Okay. Oh boy. We'll find out.
19. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's rigged.
It's a lot of 19s tonight.
How do you pull it off so well?
Grease, dude. I put grease down ahead of time. I take my griffin grease out, and I just start. For some reason, I hope this is okay. I kind of imagine that this griffin grease jar is potentially endless, but I don't know if that breaks the game. Like, maybe not. I just have like gallons and gallons of it, but every night it seems to just sort of grow a little bit again. So if I use some, so I'm okay with using quite a bit of it, and just different. Maybe around the 6 foot or 7 foot radius, I try to like sprinkle it on around in a circle. Yeah, to help outline the area.
Yeah, and you have it angled perfectly that actually the flaming sphere, if anyone were to be looking, would actually just align with one of the suns. And then you just shove it down as quickly as
It's a good thought.
possible. And like that, you now have a wonderful sacrifice circle.
Mm. Straight out of the sacrifice handbook.
Yeah.
Sacrificing for dummies, right there.
Okay. And so while that is happening, what exactly is going on with your speaking with small beasts?
Well, I was curious if anything came up to me.
Yeah. So the survivor rule was to find animals.
Oh.
So yeah, you found an animal. What would you like to Are you trying to communicate with it, or are you
Is
just
it a
trying
squirrel?
to say like, yes, it's a squirrel.
I would say politely to it, which means, hey, I'm looking for a friend. I need help.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Of course.
So you can communicate to it, but it cannot communicate to you. Well, it can, but you just won't understand it. So, whenever you say friend, what are you trying to imply? Like bigger animal, another
No, him.
gnome? Him?
Him.
Okay, so I need your help. Okay, so in that case, your experience with animals, you have to persuade them in some way. They won't just do whatever. So would you like to offer it a piece of food? Would you like
Yes.
to offer it
I said,
pets?
hey,
Okay.
boy, hold on. Mizara gave me this piece of bread. Here you go. Here you go.
So go ahead and roll an animal handling check.
Animal handling check. Come on.
I think this
Log
is actually the
19.
first time I've used this in 5th edition D&D.
Dude. Okay.
Easily. You have a new best friend, you fucking murderer. Well, wait, no. I
We're
guess
not
you can
killing
say
this.
You're gonna kill it, that's right.
We're not killing this. I am out of this D&D group if you kill it.
Oh, well, I guess we're right now.
Dude, Candlestick. Okay, Slaw might not kill it. Candlestick might kill it. You have to remember that.
I'm very... Don't. All right. I would like to communicate one last thing to it. I reach out my hand and I said, and I said, I'll call you Denzel Squirlington. Hop on.
So, okay, you reach out your hand, and while nibbling on the piece of bread, he like nuzzles into your palm, and you now are holding a little Denzel Squirlington.
Wow. Denzel the squirrel.
How's it going, Denzel?
Wait, just random, totally out of character. Can you basically, is that like your pet forever now? Is that how that works?
I
As
adore
long
you.
No.
Oh, no?
He's just convinced it, at least at the moment, to just be like, hey, come on, I need a little bit of help real quick. Maybe you can help me. Maybe we can be friends.
Okay.
I wanna keep it
just
forever.
pure curiosity. Okay.
You kill us, I will kill you.
Dude, we need
Okay.
we
so
need dead things. Just saying.
We can make it work.
Okay. So do you return to the group with the squirrel?
I do.
And Mizar is like, hey, get that here. We need to kill it.
And tries to snatch it. But Elwood, no! Come on, he's a friend. He's Denzel Squirlington.
But you guys should fight it out.
Zara, why?
We need something to be dead.
Yeah, well, go kill something yourself, you mean lady.
It's fine. It's fine. We don't have time.
Denzel, I'll never let anything happen to you. You have some more bread.
Misa, here, take this and put it on.
I hand her the Saliset holy symbol, the necklace.
Do I have to? Like,
Yes.
I don't want to wear it.
Yes, put it on now, please.
All right.
Did you already
So-
burn the thing in the grass, Kit? You did?
Yeah.
So are you guys gonna leave all of Mazara's belongings on her?
Oh gosh.
she
I
has
feel
an
like she
enormous
can carry
great
more than
ass.
all of us combined.
Yeah.
That's
yes.
roughly
Yes.
Here's the plan. Because we don't have any blood and can't make this look like a true death.
I
we
can.
say-
Wait, I can make that look like blood.
Sorry, we're both.
Okay.
What were you gonna say though? Sorry, that was rude.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That was rude. How dare both of you.
Sorry. Sorry, little one.
Hazel, it's all right.
What were you gonna say?
Why don't we say that she chose to sacrifice herself?
I don't understand.
What?
She chose to sacrifice herself. She loved Saloset.
And point at the symbol that she's wearing now.
She loved Saloset, but was visited by Azulat, and Azulat convinced her to sacrifice herself and asked us to do it.
Interesting.
I mean, you know the whole religion thing. I'm more of a free spirit, so whatever that is, yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, if it comes down to it, and I would probably, yeah, I guess it's a cantrip. So with minor illusion, a sound. Oh, so I can't do both a sound and a visual thing, right?
Well, you and I can both do it.
Ooh. So could. Okay, I was just thinking we could potentially like make an illusion that is fire, between like you could make the crackling and whatever, and I could make the like.
No,
fire.
we can do it.
We could make it look like she's being burnt. Basically.
As long as I can rest so I can dream about my dead mom.
I was gonna show candlestick though, so I would probably do some silly like on the ground right up below candlestick's feet. I would probably kind of I would take something out of my spell pouch. You might not see this, and I would wave my arms around, and it's apparently no. I don't have to say anything. I did not know that. Minor illusion. It's somatic and
If it's somatic and material, then
yeah. So I think I would start waving my hand around like this, and looking at candlestick, tilting my head, and bring up some strands, and you might start to see a little bit of fire, and then I would toss it right at your feet, and it would engulf as big as it can, which I think is not that big. 5 feet. Oh,
minor illusion, it creates an image, and it can't move. Silent image will get you, silent image will get you a moving image. Minor illusion cannot move. It just creates a picture, basically.
So it would be static, like the flames wouldn't even.
Yes, a minor illusion is a static image. Or object.
You could put blood on her.
I could do that too. Could I make like a pillar of light that like looks like
a holy light?
He's being shot up to the heavens or something. Can I do that?
What if?
Instead of fire?
What if?
Actually, that's a good idea.
What if? What if you use your magic and make
I'll
it
still
look
be doing
like
this, by the way.
she
Just
killed
trying to
herself
think of what
instead? Give her a slit throat.
Instead of, I'm gonna make an illusion of a toy appear and then drop it on the ground and kick it not kick it. I'm gonna whiff because I can actually kick it and go back to the drawing board.
You could give her a slit throat, and I can make the beam of light, or vice versa. I mean, you're better at the magic stuff than me. I'm just a gnome.
I will
Do
make
myself
it.
with
Both of you focus on making it as believable as you can to the eye. I will make sure he believes Azulat heard.
Okay, good, done. I think we should go wait for him now. What are we gonna chant, by the way? Maybe as we're walking, or is Candlestick laying anything on the ground, or are we?
Yeah. There's a lot of prep going into this. Yes.
Deep inside.
So
Mostly,
Candlestick
I just
is
want this
taking
to
out.
happen, and I'm looking at the time, and I'm getting sad.
Right. I know. I know.
Yep.
This is a very interesting RP. Anyways,
But, hey, this is an amazing cliffhanger for next week.
yeah, I
Okay.
well, you
No,
know, I mean,
no,
maybe we could extend a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, so
Actually,
look,
no, it's only fair for Mazar to actually RP all this too.
That's true.
That's
and I
fair.
actually.
that's fair.
All right, let's set
Although,
this up then.
Without
Yeah.
let's keep going.
Lazara using that scroll, that adds another roll by the fact that she'll have to do probably a stealth check to make it look like she's not breathing.
Didn't she agree to it?
Yeah, she agreed to it.
She agreed to the spell? I thought she
Yeah.
agreed to
Yeah.
just feces being put on
She
her.
agreed
spell.
to the spell.
No,
Yeah,
no,
she
I
agreed
don't
to the
think she
spell.
would agree with the feces.
Yeah, she was ignoring my statement about Candlestick and just saying.
Okay.
But yeah, so
Maybe.
Candlestick
Eliminate
lays
the roll.
out we'll say 5 candles around, I guess, is it a circle? I guess it is.
Are you using my poo candle?
Yes, I am. I'm gonna actually, in fact, 5 of the candles are gonna be laid out, and he's gonna have the poop candle in his candle holder, and that will be the 6th one that he uses to light all of the other ones. Also,
Oh, champ.
what does Azulat's symbol look like? I'm assuming I would know this, right?
It's a flame, like just like
Okay.
like a fireball, and then a man's torso, like mid chest up, holding his head like this. So a lot of times it's a stick figure, or it's like a line with a triangle on it. There's several different indications of the same image.
Oh,
I think Max is drawing it.
for y'all. Let's see if I can. Oh nope, that's not what I wanted.
That's not what I think at all.
I might not be able to doodle properly on roll 20, but okay. So we'll just say that the red is fire. So imagine that, but like flaming, and then typically there's like a man's head of some sort, like right around here, and there are arms extended out as if he is to be holding his head, and then there is
Okay.
this. And most people know that Azulat created this holy symbol as an antithesis to Bolther's common holy symbol, which is more of an upside down kite. Bolther's holy symbol is a right side up kite shield with a sword pointing downward, and the sword on the inside is a flame. But this is basically an antithesis to it.
Okay. Then instead of adding anything else to this,
Misa, it's time. Lay down.
Okay.
pointing
okay,
to in the middle of the
okay.
circle.
All right, I'll lay down.
Quiet. Be quiet.
Now do the spell. Make her dead.
Wait. I just thought of something. Is she supposed to be dead before we officially sacrifice her?
Yes, she's dead. Yes.
Okay. I don't know
Hey,
a lot
like,
about
I'm-
the spell. I imagine I would take this spell scroll out, and start reading it.
Wait. Stop. I'm really scared.
Okay.
Okay, but Otis, please.
Sticks
like-
and stones might break
No,
my bones, but
no,
this time
no,
it
no,
really-
no, no, no! I just want to
I'm
tell
just
the story.
kidding. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
Actually,
man.
that's a perfect curtain drop. So we can get all of our mechanics and numbers sorted out. If there's any other planning that we missed, we could get that done off camera so that we don't plan for another hour. Because as much as I'd love to plan for an hour, I don't know
Oh,
if the
yeah.
audience wants to. It's just like, holy shit.
I have
But,
so much
I-
RP that I want to do with this. Like this is everything Candlestick ever wanted.
And now you have a
Sacrifice
week to
Mazara.
think about it.
Yep. Now, perfect. Y'all can. Everyone can plan out what their characters are gonna do.
So you didn't
Oh,
actually cast the spell, right, Kit?
No, I
Okay.
think I
God,
was
that would
just
have been
joking.
so good. Ah!
They have to be willing to accept
Yeah.
the spell. So
Oh.
I was just trying to
Wait,
rile
wait,
her
wait,
up
no,
a
no,
little
no,
bit.
no.
Wow. Okay, man. I'm probably I want to finish this.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
I love
Okay.
Susu, honestly, but you know, I'm assuming people have bedtimes, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
also this gives
There's
Alex
always-
and I time to make this really epic because joining the fucking cult
You
was
did nothing that we thought you were gonna do at all. This entire
Wait,
this
really?
entire episode.
yeah.
This
Good.
entire episode was just like,
That's awesome.
I think we're done planning forever now.
I don't know if
we're
I
just
would
gonna
have
fly by the
noticed
seat of
that
our
you-
pants every episode now.
like 20 episodes of planning. Whoop! Let's just go
Yeah.
talk to Dong. Oh, okay.
I want to talk about
Well,
that
you
more
are-
in the off-stream content.
Yes.
Go
I'd love
support the
to.
Patreon if you want to hear about this, chat. I want to talk
Yes.
about that though.
Hey, thanks for
Um,
hanging out, guys. I hope you
Yeah,
had some fun tonight.
yeah, chat. Look, guys, thank you so much for being here. I know we started a little bit late. Sorry, we had some technical issues and had to get everything ready to rock and roll. Hopefully, I don't know if Kiwi is here right now. Hopefully, she will be back next week. I know she still needs some time to recover. If not, it's not the end
What are
of
you
the
talking
world.
about? I'm right here.
Just
No.
I
Quiet,
would
Lord.
just like to say that in our chat, Kiwi just put Mazzara will remember this.
Uh,
Just saying.
I hope I did her justice.
look,
she's
I think you did a good job. You made me laugh a lot, and that makes
Oh,
me
yeah,
happy. So,
100.
um,
She said that she'll be back next week.
good. I hope so.
Oh, I was gonna announce that I'm officially taking over.
Yeah, you're two characters. We all get two characters. In fact, we're gonna play an
Is
8-person
Bizarre
party.
gonna be a
Psych,
Kenku?
Kiwi,
then?
see
Or
ya.
is Kiwi gonna be a Kenku? 'Cause-
I'm gonna be running a DMPC now as well.
Why
Yeah, can
not?
Going
Dong
to be a
an
10-person
official member of our
party?
party. Can Dong just come with us?
Oh, okay, not
Yeah.
the
Dong is
child
actually
bird.
the serial murder you thought he was.
Gosh.
Anyway.
Bong is actually Oliver.
Anyway, sorry.
Dong
Chat.
is awful. Oh god, that'd be really funny.
Chat. I love you guys. All of us love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much for being here. Real quick, make sure you go do !Patreon, Discord. More importantly, go to that Discord and join up because that's where the community's starting to hang out. And the memes are fantastic.
Memes are
Always.
They are.
And when you're in that Discord, you have to choose Gnome Gang.
No, you have to choose
Yeah.
Team Terror Tot. I think is Candlestick's team. Something like
Yeah,
that.
we need a name for Otis and we need a name for Mizara for your team.
Spit? I don't know.
Team Spit. Oh my god. Please.
Team Nerdy Killer.
Anyway, let's do some outros and let's do the off-stream stuff. Again, if you guys want to see the off-stream content, do Patreon and chat. We're consistently adding stuff to it. It supports the
yeah.
entire show and all of the cast as well. I tell you what.
Our notes for tonight will be actually posted. Like you'll be able to see the Google Doc. So one, you'll be able to see what I do for dyslexia, and two, you'll be able to see how insanely off task we got.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about it. But anyways, Alex and Max, go ahead and do your outro.
You want to go first? I always go first.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been doing much except just working and DM prepping. Honestly, that's been life. But I'm having so much fun with it. Honestly, it's great. Go follow me on Twitter. I occasionally stream randomly here and there on Twitch. Not very consistently though. I'm trying to get better about it, but probably not for a while. I've got college coming up soon, so yeah,
Yay.
yeah, fun stuff. But yeah, honestly, thank y'all so much.
Yeah, I'm Alex, and I don't stream on Twitch. I don't do anything like that. But I do have a Twitter, and I like tweeting fun things, fun random facts about the world, fun little stories about D&D, and sometimes you occasionally see my animals, like my cat who is sleeping in the corner right now. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you have any, and then also join the Discord. I'm very active in the Discord. I love talking in the Discord. I love talking lore, so that's always fun. And then there's actually going to be monthly Q&As on the Patreon with Max and I. So if you have any questions that you really want like a long form answer to, that's the place to go. Okay, that's all I have to say.
We don't do spoilers though.
Oh yeah, no spoilers.
Two silver pieces.
Dear Lord. All right.
I want a T-shirt that says two silver. Can someone draw Dongbird and put 2 silver pieces on it?
Dude.
Dude, we could have some sick merch from this. There's a lot of
I
good
really
sayings.
think so.
Mm-hmm.
Like legit.
Merch or not, I want it personally. So.
I would love that on a coffee mug.
There you go.
Jordan, if you're here, let's talk. Blessious, your turn.
I'm trying to sneak around.
Oh my god.
No, I hope you enjoyed my Mizara today, and
I really hope I did bizarre justice, Kiwi.
yeah, you can catch me tomorrow, twitch.tv/Blessious. I'll be playing Wolfenstein 2 early with a buddy, and yeah, I'm really excited. If anyone out there draws any fan art of Elwood, tweet it at me at Blessious Plays. I would gladly retweet that. That is my kink, and yeah, that's it. I love you. Gnome gang.
Kit.
Yes. Oh, hi. Pleasure meeting you here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you had fun. I thoroughly enjoyed this evening. It's always nice to hang out with everyone. And you can find me at, I don't know which side of the screen it is, Kitboga, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch. I hope to see you soon.
Nice.
Give him a smooch.
Cool. All right.
I'm just being. I'm sorry. I just like to be awkward and ridiculous. So.
That's honestly one of my favorite parts about this entire party is all of us love making things awkward. It is fun.
Oh yeah, it's great.
It is fun. We really like putting people in weird situations. Anyways, chat, thank you guys for being here again. Y'all are fantastic. We will see each and every one of you next week at around 7 p.m. Central, I think 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 5 p.m. Pacific, and 8 p.m. I did this in a weird order. 7 p.m. Central. You can do the math. You have Google. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys so much. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.